God.
I know.
Oh,
Isn't that embarrassing?
Yeah.
Hello, hello, hello. Thank you, thank you, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Currently I stream every day actually. I stream most evenings. Well, sorry, mostly in the evenings. But I have been streaming every day for the last 267 days in a row. Even like today was just like a 45-minute stream, but I was still online trying to do some content. I knew it was gonna be a little bit short today because we're doing this, which is cool. But I stream almost all Magic, but I do use a little bit of Valheim, some Fall Guys, some other, adventure-y things to kind of keep my mind off of Magic because I can't play Magic every day because I would go crazy, as most people would.
Yes, definitely. Hence why we're doing Teens in Space. And yes, I totally, my computer decides that it should default to speakers when I don't turn it on for a while. So
Hey,
this
nice.
is Wizards 138. Introduction again.
We're professionals.
They heard you, and they did
Oh,
not
that's
hear me.
I mean, I can blab for a while, so it's okay.
Oh no, you're totally fine. I'm glad you were talking because I was not.
We could do awkward pause of just no talking, or,
So
really make it strange.
so let me ask you this, Wizard. Do you think that you will help the crew or hinder the crew?
Well, I mean, depends on how much they can help me, right? Isn't that kind of tit for tat sort of thing?
We are going a little Western today. And speaking
I think
of
it'll be okay though.
a little Western, let's give it up for the guy who just subscribed for 13 months for the
Ooh.
Wolves, aka Al Eon.
Al Ian in the house, motherfucker.
Hey, Uncle Russ, we got Cloud, we got Ivanis, and for the Wolves, what do you think? You just fought a bat person, kaiju style, last session. Go check it out. And
right.
yeah, and you relived. I guess it was supposed to be a painful memory, but you stole people's money.
Typical Al. Yep.
Typical Al. Typical Al. And yeah, so what are you What do you think's gonna happen on this episode today?
Well, if we all know the way Al goes, there's gonna be some stealing, there's gonna be some shooting, and he's still trying to get some fucking.
Some fuck. Just some fuck,
Fuck.
period.
Just
That. Fuck is one of the only words that can be used as a noun, an adjective, a verb, and an adverb. But
That's why
anyway,
it's Al's favorite word.
that is Al's favorite word. All right, and let's give it up for also Rusty Laser, aka Nibblegits. Nibblegits, there's a lot of science around you. There was a lot of wackiness. How are you feeling?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, we were sort of having a brief introductory before we came on, and yeah, it's sort of I was sort of summing it up that Wolf sort of shoots first, asks questions later, but it's more of Wolf shoots and then Nimblejit sort of asks questions later, like what happened, like why did this, what is happening, what is going on?
That's pretty true. Yeah.
I don't think Al has asked any NPC a question. And then we
Yeah, I'm
are
looking forward
missing,
to tonight's shenanigans.
Yes, we are missing our beloved space cadet Nye. Nye is on vacation right now, for doing some great family things, great family celebration. Don't know how much info he wants to give out. It's nothing bad, but yeah, so he will be here. We also are in the talks of maybe Wednesday. There's a lot of craziness going on since I just got back from out of town, so there's a little craziness. But you know what's not crazy, guys? We have Gnome's Tavern pint glasses. What?
Ooh.
Ooh, travel.
I wanted to see it in person. That's great.
Yeah,
That's
they're
a
looking
yeah.
good.
That's great.
They're looking good. They're looking good. And don't
Nice.
forget, whoa, a lot of people today. Yes, a lot of people today. I get so excited when there's a lot of people. And don't forget, guys, with channel points, you can help the crew or you can hurt them. And how you do that is how the story goes. So make sure that you use those channel points on premium positions. But guys, I think it's time we roll that intro.
We will simply wait. Yes, Lord. What?
All right, guys, we killer intro, and don't forget that this whole mission is brought to you by Go For Games. Go For Games is a local game store in New Orleans, but don't worry, if you're not in the orbit of New Orleans, you can have awesome stuff shipped to you. Because a few things that the Gnome knows, he knows his alcohol, his great people, and great products, and Go For Games hits two of those. They have great alcohol. No, I'm kidding. They have great people and great products. Make sure that you check them out, and thank you so much for sponsoring the show. Now, we got some awesome people. We got some awesome people in chat today. Our story begins. So last time we are on the planet, you helped deliver Astral Flame and his people to the planet so they can get the supplies. You met a bat-like humanoid that came in and was destroying the city. Instead of running and hiding, Al became the bat because he is Batman now, and Kaiju fought it throughout the city and chased it up the mountain. As you went up the mountain, you met a professor. I believe he was Professor M, who
Professor M, yeah.
who was about to murder you until Subject 272 came in and has now put him onto a loop. And if you want to see a more detailed loop into his mind, you can check out the last episode, session 5. And, yeah.
5 or 6?
We're on 6 now.
We're on 6 now? Okay. Mac, give us those damn t-shirts, you son of a bitch.
and as 272, experiment 7272 left, you are stuck into this lab with a message from Mr. Bingles saying that he is seeing Dr. Doofenberger on planet Mars.
In fairness. If you didn't check out episode 5, 2 words will describe it very, very briefly for you. Child murder. And that was the whole base of the episode.
Yeah, terror.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
I totally forgot about the
Yeah.
Well, is it really child
We all
murder
tried
if
to
it's
block.
just in your mind?
Oh, he definitely murdered those kids. Multiple times.
I don't know, Wizard. Does it count if it's just in your mind?
Well, isn't that the you have to play it out in your head before it becomes reality? Isn't that what they say? So it pretty much is the same thing, basically. It just maybe hasn't happened quite yet.
So you arrive, Al, you are snapped out of your vision, and you are all of a sudden on the ship next to Nibblegits. You see Eva is hitting Professor M, who is on the floor and keeps muttering the same thing. Keeps muttering, good morning, as Eva is hitting him with a rolled up newspaper.
Forgot about that too.
Yeah, who's she bunking?
Professor
He
M.
hitting Professor M. First, she beat up the bat with the rolled up newspaper.
And all of a sudden, guys, you hear the door to the laboratory open.
I'll make sure Al knows something's behind us. Just, and I will, I guess, sort of look for cover just to see what's going on, just to see what's coming out at us.
Okay, so
So I'm
you're
gonna take some cover.
So, for reference, there was the main laboratory, there was a tunnel, and then there was a circular room with a screen that
Yeah.
Mr. Jingles told him. I'm seeing Dr. Doofenberg. Eva's bunking Professor M with the newspaper in the circular room, and you guys are in the hallway. Are you going to the main lab? That's what the door's opening.
I mean, I'm
Yeah, I'm gonna go to
obviously
the
gonna do the owl thing and get his owl Kelly on and have his hand on his gun, as you know. And just kind of follow with Nimble just to make sure that nothing is coming towards us and it's just the doors actually opening themselves.
Okay, and you hear Eva hears the door open and goes, "Oh, a new friend!" and starts kind of like slowly walking towards the door.
Is Eva still drunk?
Yes.
Oh man.
Perfect. So I was going to hear her say a new friend, and obviously I'm going to turn towards the direction in which Ava said new friend, and to kind of just observe and see what's going on.
Okay, as the door opens, Wizard, you just opened this door. What would you like to do?
So I would look into the room to see, what it is that I'm staring into. I don't know if you want to give me a quick description or if you want me to. I can go right into.
It's going to be a description.
So when you open to the room, you see to the left of you, you see escape pod. In it, in the middle of the room, you see destroyed beakers and all kinds of like sciencey equipment. You see also too there is a chamber next to it, and you just see nonsensical formulas on all of the walls. And there's a door open, and Nibble and Al, are you trying to hide while this door is opening?
I'm not hiding. I'm staring directly into this door. I'm ready for whatever comes at it.
Okay, do you have your gun up?
Probably not very well.
I always have my gun ready.
Okay, Al, what are you transformed as right now? I think you were a person.
I was part blob, part person, I believe.
Okay.
Was I? Because I was trying to.
Oh yeah, you were having trouble keeping your form while you were in your hallucination.
That was it. Yeah.
All right, so you see a man whose skin looks like it's ripped as there's blobness and jello holding a gun towards the door.
Okay.
And you see an Asian Asian man also in the corner
And
next
he's
to
up
him.
against the wall like this. Like he just sort of froze alongside the wall.
You see a
Sort of
fat
against it.
man who's blobbing out and an Asian.
Okay.
So he knows you can totally see him, but he's just being really still.
And you see a
Gotcha.
spacesuit with a bunch of fish in it as like trying to like form a man running towards you, going,
Okay.
"Hello, friend."
All right. So I walk in and I see that, and I just I take a quick look around and I say, "This can't be the launching pad again. Did I take another wrong turn? Why am I always going the wrong place?" And I kind of walk into the room and then stop and then complain about not having gone the right direction.
Do we hear this?
I'll sort of
Yeah.
peek
I say
my
it out
head
loud.
up and I'll perk my head and say, location. Oh, so, you're just here for directions? Maybe we can help each other.
I know. I just had somebody else try to help me with directions. It was the worst conversation. I don't. I mean, maybe you can help me. I doubt it though.
Roll a brains check 5 for me, Wizard.
do you
Brains.
use them?
So how do you do brains check 5?
Oh well, you just click on the die and your target number is a 5.
Do you have
okay,
the
okay, gotcha.
do you have the game up by chance, Gnomes? The instruction book?
Yeah, I can send it to him. 3. All
Well,
right. Do you
because
wish to fail? Hold on. Do you wish to fail this check? If you fail it, you get an adversity token, which you can use later.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So mark another adversity token, so you should be at 4.
Okay.
All right. What were you
My,
asking, Wolf?
My stats are still as when I was Batman. I haven't changed them back yet. So my fight and my flight are both D20s,
Oh, okay.
and my grits are D12. So I'm Batman still.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
Batman.
I will.
Come on, Batman.
What was your trope? I can find that up real quick.
Pug, and I was a escape artist.
I thought something happened funky
Hitchhiker.
when you.
Hitchhiker. Oh, your flight is D20. Your grit is D12. I'll just send you a text. So
No, yeah, just text me.
Wizard, the guy who you talked to, lived around here,
Okay.
and that's all you know. He just was
Awesome.
some weird-looking guy who lived around here.
Sure, that's fine. Okay.
But-
Yeah. So you asked if I needed directions, and then I'll say there's some just weird looking guy who tried to help me, but it was just I was just so I'm just really frustrated basically with my whole situation.
When you say weird looking, I just sort of look over to Al and shrug. Like, have we seen any weird looking anythings?
I just kind
Creature
of looked.
Al.
I was gonna look at his arm and just like see it blobbing out and just be like, "No, nothing weird here, guys. We're good."
Eva goes, well, we can help with directions. We're really good with that kind of stuff. Where do you need to go?
Well, I'm trying to get off the planet. I already made my transaction here, and I'm just like, just trying to get away. But apparently, I can't find my way out of this confounded, blasted building of hell, and I don't know. Like, I just trail off into nothingness as I'm complaining.
Eva goes,
Got it.
well, we have a ship. Why don't you come with us? Even though we might stay for the cake contest in a week.
I was gonna look straight at Eva and be like, "God damn it, Eva! Last time we trusted a human, look what happened."
It's fine.
And then I'll remind her. I'll also remind her that we only have one escape pod left.
One escape pod. There's 3 of us. There's a man on the floor muttering and crying to himself. Rose, I believe, is still in the back, completely horrified about what's happened with the transformation.
Are you are you saying this out loud in front of
Yes, I'm saying this exactly to Nimble and
roll
to
me
Ava.
I start playing music.
Walker,
over it. I just like pull up a hand speaker.
Walker, roll me a brains check 6 to see if you know who Rose is.
And I'm playing like elevator music. It's like dun, 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 dun,
Is that me a brains check?
Yes, you a brains check.
I'm just listing off all these things that's
Um,
gone.
You know of a commander that was in the Bezos army that was a great war hero named Rose, and the way that they're describing and talking to her, you assume that she is that's who's on the ship, because you're also on a vets. Remember, Armageddon is this like veterans of the war city.
Yeah.
do we still have Astral's crew with us or not?
No, they did their own thing.
All right, they've gone.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sarah wanted to leave after you morphed into her face and yelled
Okay,
at
good.
her.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I was saying, I don't think we could contain them any further. They were ready to get the hell out. Yeah.
It's okay. The last couple of people were friendly. The mayor was friendly, and Walker, you know that the mayor is the big chicken guy downstairs that does not like when people leave the city. The mayor's super friendly. He wanted to buy us drinks. That's why I'm feeling all loose.
Oh my god. I'm just gonna kind of watch Ava just like wiggle around. Like I'm imagining like a squishy where you squeeze both ends and it just. I'm just gonna kind of look at Nimble just and just be like, you talk to these people. I'm
Like, first we should find some fish food for her. And then, yeah, I think maybe we can work on getting ourselves off this planet. I think we may have similar interests.
I will kind of sigh and say, well, if you guys can help me, I mean, wait, did I hear something about Rose? Like, the Rose?
Yeah, she has like a
Yeah.
cool pirate cape on, and she hired us to pick up stuff. And
God
she
damn
said
it,
we
Ava.
get
I'll be like,
cake.
Eva. Oh, yeah, Eva. Yeah, let's keep some of that to ourselves.
We're actually talking about the song by Seal, Rose Without a Thorn. Eva just gets confused. She's still learning things. She's only 3.
And I'm still playing elevator music over her.
Now,
talking.
can I use my charm to see if I can actually make him believe that?
Sure. Charm versus charm.
Okay, I'm pretty charming. Oh, I'm very charming. Let's go. Wherever Rose has this thorn.
You're
So I believe that it's not the rose that I'm thinking of now, and I'm like, but I was just really hoping to see the rose. It was the stories I heard about. Ha, not ha. You guys really want me to come with you guys, the lame people who don't even know Rose? I mean, I guess.
I'll say it's possible we can get you a. It's possible we can get you a digitized photograph, possibly signed by her, before the mission's out, before we depart. I'll pull up a little database with like different photos of her. I was like, these are very.
I could have bought one.
This is her OnlyFans.
I am very.
I was like, you haven't seen anything like these.
Oh,
completely shoot, like completely shoot here. Was it Nimblejits who wanted the picture, or was that the other game we were playing? I can't remember.
Wait, say it again. Of who? I wanted the one
was...
of the guy talking. Of the last.
Yeah. Was that this, or was that with Nye as a DM?
That was the other one, but that was my character.
Okay. I was so blending them together. I mean, I was like, this man has all these autographs of people.
It makes sense. Maybe I'll keep that throughout. That'll be fun. Yeah, so he has like digital photographs of people, and then if he gets their signature, he'll like basically steal it from the digital pad, and he'll be like, "Broop," and he can like scan out a photo of that. It'll look like it's autographed. So yeah, he does it on this. That's his little side hustle.
You hear beep 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 beep, and then on the screens around the lab, it is Jingles, as you guys would know, not wizards. Jingles goes, "I've met Dr. Doofenberg. It will take about a week for him to finish his experiments. I shall wait on Mars, and I expect to hear more from you, Professor M." And then it cuts out.
Al's just gonna get the little smirk on his face. Lil.
Wizard, you saw essentially an older gentleman, and he was saying that into the camera, and then it cut off.
Okay.
Go to Mars,
this
boys.
person?
Oh, that guy's not very nice.
I mean, a fellow crewmate, so to speak.
Ava, shut the fuck up.
You guys travel with not nice people?
I guess he's kind of still a crewmate, since he's on part of our ship, right? I don't know what you would call him.
He's somebody who owes us a little favor. We should go to Mars.
Yeah, how do you feel
that's
about
story.
Mars?
But Mars is the other direction that I need to go.
Call it a pit stop. We'll get some gas, get a picture of Rose, find a couple of friends.
The Rose thing is kind of intriguing, I suppose.
Every Rose
Where
has
were
its
you
thorn.
headed originally?
The opposite way of Mars. Andromeda.
Back to Uranus? No.
Yes. No, past Uranus up to Throatington. I don't know.
You never go Uranus straight to Throatington. It's just wrong.
I think that's in another galaxy, right?
Is that canon now?
Yes. Throatington, Mars.
Oh my gosh. Oh man. Well,
what planet are we on?
we're on Jupiter, I believe.
Jupiter, I think. Yeah, because something was on Saturn, right? But
I don't know my fucking solar system. So how far away is Mars and Jupiter? Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars.
Yeah, well, yeah, it was past Venus because that's where he screwed y'all over. Oh yeah, y'all are on Saturn. So you're gonna have to go past Jupiter to Mars.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the asteroid belt too.
Yeah.
Is in there.
Where y'all found Astral.
I get.
Well, what?
It's like a loop.
Come on, I'm sure the mayor would love to let you leave with the ship. He's really friendly. He bought us drinks.
Well, I'm too young to
Um,
drink, but I mean, we can probably go get out of here, right?
yeah, when
Is that what
people
we do?
leave, how do they normally leave? They just go on missions, right?
I don't
I'm
know.
assuming.
I already did my mission here. I made my trades. I'm needing to get out of here.
I was going to be kind of intrigued here. He's going to go and ask, what
is
exactly did you trade here?
I got some things for my family.
Like,
A little booster ring for a rocket that we're
was there
working on building.
was there anything that was, I don't know, gooey perhaps?
No, it's metal. Yeah, I take a little metal ring that and like show it to him.
Nimble just
We
scan that.
Yeah, he's like comes over and his little spectacles like sort of zoom in, and there's like this little like.
So now
He's,
you
like,
see
checking
that this Asian man is actually a robot.
Oh.
And,
Okay.
and you believe he's the species of there's a little Men in Black, the guy who holds the orb. You believe that's him.
Okay.
Lithuanians. But yeah, so this
Gotcha.
Asian man is now a robot, and his eyes are poking
Yeah, so there's
out,
like a little
scanning your
telescopic
ring.
eye, and he's checking out the ring. And is it like really high quality or really valuable, like noticeably?
Yeah.
It shouldn't be. I mean, I don't. It's just it's a rocket piece to. Our family's doing rocket launch experiments, so we've been launching, and every few months we need to go to this planet to get them as replacements for our testings.
I would like to subscribe to your notifications for rocket launch dates, if you please, and I'll send you like a little digital like card to scan me into your database. It's just like here you go, please put me. I want to see this.
I was going to
Well-
like kind of whisper under his breath. The last thing I subscribed to was $5, and oh, it was something.
I mean,
Rockets?
it's nothing real special, but I mean, I guess it's a family
happened?
thing that we do. That's cool.
Now, can Nimble just tell how valuable this material is that he has holding?
Yeah, I mean it's pretty valuable. It's like since ships are pretty rare, Nibble gets, that this is pretty valuable, and that he obviously has connections if he has a ship that his family shoots rockets from.
Now, do I know this? Does Al know this? Is Al
Roll a
smart
brains check 8 for me to see if you are very impressed.
enough? Oh, I don't give no fucks.
You're pretty. You don't understand how this makes ships go. But if he has a ship, you're a little impressed that his family owns a ship, because ships are very rare, especially the way he's going in the Bezos Empire. So,
In Al's head, he's just got the Scrooge McDuck dollar signs up here.
yeah, you're like, how does metal make fire? I don't know. It's just he says he has a ship, so he must have some money, I guess.
All right. That's all Al needs to know. In that case, I think we should head to Mars. What do you guys think?
Yeah, so I guess where have the information that we've gotten that people are like, oh, you can't leave the planet? Where have we gotten that? We've gotten that
You have
from.
not gotten that information. Only Wizard has that information.
Okay. I was like, I don't remember where we got that. Okay.
No,
Yeah, let's get out of here. I'm ready. Let's go. Let's leave this planet.
For all you remember is your ship got taken underneath the sand, and you assumed that was because a bat person was attacking.
Right. Yeah, it was like maybe some sort of security measure. Okay. So yeah, I guess let's venture back out to where we thought the city was, and find our ship,
Okay.
and maybe get some last minute supplies, and then we'll get out of here.
Okay, so when you leave this laboratory, you see again the shape of like a man that looks like he just burnt through the wall. You see footprints of burnt sand on the ground, and you see essentially a makeshift graveyard, and you start heading down the mountain that you came from, and then you come across a Armageddon. The city's popped up from the sand, but your ship has not popped up.
So first, I'm going to look at Nimble Jits. I'm going to say, okay, well, there's two problems here. One, I don't see our ship. Two, we have a man at the top of a building rocking backwards and forwards saying, good morning. Do we need to bring him with us?
Hold on, my cat's breaking things as y'all discuss this.
Are you talking about Wizard?
No, I'm talking about Professor
Oh,
M.
Professor M.
Because
Yeah, I
right
don't know.
now he's still just kind of rocking there, right? So should we try and take him with us?
Hmm. Yeah, I don't know. We should find out the status of him, and I did want to scope out. Yeah, well, let's ask him.
Okay. So sorry, my
So,
cat is in a
no,
breaking things mode. Yes.
we were asking. So what's the state of Professor M? Like, does he need some sort of assistance? Is he okay
He
staying here on
is
his own?
he is essentially like in a fetal position saying good morning over and over again. Do y'all
Okay,
carry
so
him
we
down the
need
mountain?
to. Well, I mean, what other kind of lab equipment? Like, I can maybe at least get him stabilized, and if
I'm
there's like a
wondering.
stretcher
I
at
mean,
this
he's
place, we
stable.
can.
All life is normal except his heart rate's a little bit higher. I mean, he's stable. He just keeps saying
So I'm
good
gonna.
morning on an instant.
I was gonna suggest to Nimblejits that he like takes some fingerprints and like some eye scans and stuff, so we have his information just in case we need it.
Okay, so Wizard, you see what looks like the guy that was supposed to help you out is on the floor saying good morning, and these guys are getting fingerprints.
What?
Well, I was
What?
just saying. Go ahead.
I was just gonna question. What are we? What? Why are you taking? What is happening? What are you guys doing?
Yeah, I mean, I think we need to bring him with us. I mean, he can't be in this state here, like, and survive,
As
right?
soon as Nimblejit says he can't be in this state, Al pulls out his gun and says, "I got a solution."
All right, we have a help the crew.
Does that
You guys see essentially a movable stretcher that can hook up to breathing, and
Nice.
all of that onto the side. And yeah, so you are Wizard. You're very confused. Why this guy?
Yeah.
And also, too, you're
I-
noticing that there is a man-shaped hole on the side of the wall.
Is it about the same size as the professor?
No, it's a little bit taller.
Oh, okay. I had still am confused as what's happening, and I will say something. Well, I'm not carrying him. I don't know what y'all are planning on doing, but I mean that's something I'm gonna be able to do.
Yeah, look. He turned into a bad person. Now he's just a happy person.
I guess that's a good thing.
Are y'all
Once
hooking him
we
up to
see this
this?
stretcher, once we see this stretcher, I'm gonna probably need some help getting him on it. So either Al or I guess Al will probably help me out. And then I'll make sure he's secure because we're going down a bumpy road, bumpy mountain.
When
So
you
he's
get,
gonna be strapped in there.
when we
Yeah.
help to put him on the stretcher, I grab so if he's laying down, like I grab a part of his finger and like lift his arm up and like throw it over his body, and I'm like, I'm helpful. There you go. See,
So
I
is
did
Al-
this
Just
for
the
ya.
effort.
Al wants to help. He puts it onto the stretcher, but as he does put him onto the stretcher, in typical Al Ian fashion, I'm just gonna go ahead and slide his hand in his pocket, see if there's any money in there. Or anything. Just steal.
When you slide your hand into the pocket, you feel a gooey sensation.
Well, I'm gonna look at Nimblejits and say, either he's got some goo in his pocket, or he's really happy to see us.
So you pull your hand out.
Yes, I want to see what the goo color is.
You pull it out and you see the purple goo, which was looked like the goo that you were transporting. And yeah, roll me a grits check, everybody. Target number 6. Okay.
I would. I would.
I can succeed that roll, right?
Yeah, if you want to use a token, you can succeed it.
Sure, I will do that.
Okay.
I don't feel like throwing up, or whatever it may be that's gonna happen to me.
Yeah, failed.
So Al, you know that this was the goo that you were transporting that is very illegal, but very pricey. And you're pretty excited because you essentially dipped your hand in, think about like illegal drugs almost. Like you found illegal drugs.
Al's gonna be happy tonight.
Walker, you know that this is the goo that is very illegal, and you're not freaked out about it, but you are very, confused why this goo that you've heard enough about is in this dude's pocket all willy-nilly. And Nibblegets, you believe that this is going to kill us all.
Oh no.
Like, your buddy rolled the joint and you hear police sirens. And
So, but he's like paranoid, like freaking out because he's like on this
Yes.
drug, right?
And
Okay.
you are
So,
quite concerned that Al is touching it with his bare hands.
okay, so immediately my android suit stops and the face opens up and I'm gonna jump out with my little alien body and I'm gonna jump out and I'm running around. I'm like 8 inches, maybe 8.5 inches tall. And so I'm running around and I'm gonna run over to Al and I guess run up his leg and slap his hand away from the purple goo. And I'm in my little my little alien form.
I was just gonna be like completely like in shock because he hasn't seen
Oh.
Nimble outside
Hey,
of
thank
his
you, Jimbo
suit
Bond.
since being in, like without being in the ship. He's just like, what the hell? What's that?
Yeah, you,
It's
you,
like when
you
some-
heard his little feet like
Yeah,
like
it's
right
like when
across the
somebody
floor.
takes away your brownie when you're about to eat it when you're high as shit. And you're like, bruh.
Yeah, and he's telling you, he's like, no more, it's gonna kill us all, we're all doomed.
As it touches your bare hands, roll a grit check 10.
That's for me?
No,
Or-
Wolf.
Okay,
Ow.
I was like, oh no.
Oh no. 5.
Okay.
Can I help him?
No, let's have it
Let's
happen.
have it happen. All right.
Right.
So
I was gonna get fucked up.
as you see some of the goo absorbs into your skin and he hits a lot of it onto the doctor, your heart, you can feel essentially what your heart rate is just going crazy. Everything about you is just pumping constantly, and you guys see that like his skin is like starting to get, you know, like in Dragon Ball Z where they pump up and they look like cloud people. That's what Al is starting to look like, a cloud person, as he just like pumps in and out and in and out, and you feel kind of a rush, but it is terrifying. Like you feel as if every part of your body is about to explode into a million pieces.
So, am I like Jason Statham in Crank 2 where I'm just like fucking hyped? Or am I more like, oh shit, what's going on?
Oh shit, what's going on? This has never happened to you in your 400 years of transformation and shape-shifting, and it's really intense.
I'm gonna take a few sips of my drink for this, because I think it's gonna be needed.
Oh, I do have to, I
So,
guess I do have to roll for Eva too.
Pumping up. And you're just gonna get like the old snuffer.
And you still have your suit, huh?
Yeah, what's Nimble doing right now? He must have touched the goo and he slapped the shit out of me.
I tried not to.
Oh, you also see the Wizard, you see the doctor doing a similar thing, because parts of it, when he slapped his, I'm guessing he slapped his wrist to drop it, and the doctor's doing the same thing, going like, good morning, good morning, and he's kind of freaking out too, and the charts are going crazy on the stretcher.
Al's thinking in his head, he's like, how can I get out of this situation? I'm bulking up, I'm like turning into a Super Saiyan in this bitch right now. So the one thing that Al can think of do right away is like, there's only one thing that can handle this type of pressure, and that's Batman. So I start to transform into the big bat creature.
You realize that your transformation is fast, a lot faster than it normally would be, and Wizard, roll me a grit check. 6. Actually, Nimble gets you two roll a grit check.
I'm actually rolling one already. Yeah, because I am in my small brawny or like non-brawny form. Oh, it's still did all right though. But yeah, I think I'm so high on whatever this purple goo is that like I'm just like sort of, maybe, let's see, you're trying to spat. I'm just gonna hold on tighter. I'm just gonna grab on tighter.
Wizard, you were quite concerned that there is now the Cloud Man is now turned into a giant Batman, a literal bat gargoyle like humanoid, and he is still pulsing, and your body is and you're now just seeing this in the hallway as things are going out of whack.
I take cover behind the stretcher, and the professor's laying on it, right?
Yeah.
And so I take cover behind that, and I draw one of my blasters, and I like point it at anybody, but just like readying it, and like, what is going on?
Oh,
As I'm running around, and I'm like, this is totally normal, and then I'm just running around faster. Uh,
uh, Wolf, as you do this, your body is up to its max, and you feel, and now your body is starting to give off heat, like you have a fever,
Oh,
and you're having trouble holding this bat form, and you start
Okay.
like aggressively, because remember you picked that your shape shifting is horrendous, so
I did.
it's as if the skin of the bat keeps ripping as it's just your blob state, and then like forming back together, and then ripping, and then forming back together.
So
yeah, that
I-
was
I'm-
when I let go. I let go. way
I'm
before
imagining
that.
like a half bat coming down, Danny DeVito's head popping out, and then the head going back to a bat.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
Wizard, you are watching this. This like gruesome, bloody exchange is going
What
on.
the hell has happened to our team?
And my android body is over there sitting,
This is
like,
not
sort
how
of
it was
hunched over
supposed
with
to
the
go at
face
all.
open and smoke's billowing out of it all
We were supposed to go to
in the
Mars.
hallway.
Wizard and I talked about the session, and it was not any like this.
It's fine.
Um,
It's good.
so yeah, and all of a sudden, Al, you just feel as if you just suddenly drop, and you morph into your blob, and you go pancake down, and you're kind of like a
I'm-
puddle.
I'm
And-
imagining Kirby. Just
yeah, and your whole body feels like shit.
I just want to see like my head, my eyes, and my nose just out, and I just go. Sweet. Yeah. Now you gotta move me as well. Well, so hang on, we've got a drunk Ava, we got a professor on a stretcher, you got me as a blob puddle, and Nimble is running around out of his android suit, not knowing what the fuck's going on.
Don't worry, I got
Welcome to
Yeah.
Teens in Space. Wizard.
Don't worry, I got this.
And we have not done anything towards the mission today.
We're falling apart. We're falling apart in this hallway.
Is that the Pepsi tattoo or the Grateful Dead? On Wolf.
Once Al falls into a puddle, I stand up and I say, "Well, now how am I supposed to get to Mars?"
Um,
And I kind of look around, with everybody just like going crazy.
Eva goes, "Oh, it's okay. We'll figure it out. Stuff like this happens like almost every day."
Well, what am I supposed to do with that puddle? Jump in it?
And Al just kind of looks and was like, shit, why not?
So, since you did get a help, that you're able, since the audience did say help, you're able to form into your human form again out of this puddle.
Hey. Danny
And
DeVito.
but your body feels awful. It feels awful. So every flight grits check, you're gonna get a -2 because you're
Aw.
coming down hard.
Oh man.
Alright, that's fine.
Yeah, this and yeah, this Eva goes, "Isn't that the goo we were supposed to transport?"
I'm just
And
gonna
I'll look at it. I'll pull up my screen as sort of I'm trying to like sober up now. I'll sober up. I'm trying to sober up. I run over to my android body, and the leg opens up, and I pull out the little diode that gives me the information on the goo that we received, and I'll compare the two like informational sort of diagrams on them. Is it the same?
His heart. You notice that his heart rate is his blood pressure is a lot higher now. And yeah, you notice that's a lot higher, and the doctor is still like pulsing, and then he turns into a cloud, and he's unconscious now.
Oh, we killed him.
He's still alive. He's just not saying good morning over and over again.
I was like, what happened? I was gonna stabilize. I was gonna check.
I
it
was gonna
on
be
him.
like, alright, sweet. I'm still high as shit. I'm like, sweet, you shut the fuck up there. Let's go to this ship. Huh? I need to lay down.
Okay. And then we're gonna fast travel to where we were, where you see Armageddon is like this old western town, and your ship is not there as you peer above the mountain.
I'm gonna try to find the building that. Well, maybe that's a bad idea. Never mind. I was gonna ask Al. I was gonna say like that building, but we had a shootout there, so maybe not there. But I guess wherever we came in and checked our ship in the first place is where I want to go first.
We can go to that building. I still
Wizard,
got my blaster.
Wizard, you have definitely been to this town, and you've been trying to leave this town for quite some time.
Yeah, I'm frustrated that we're back here. When I see it, I'm like, oh, I was just meant to leave this place.
Why would you want to leave? They have cake competitions.
I thought you said we were going to a ship.
We gotta find the ship, dude.
You don't know where your own ship is?
Dude, where's my ship, dude? What's
There's
my
probably a
tattoo
better crew in the planet, but
I think it's
Listen.
probably being protected for us.
There may be a better crew on the planet, but dude, check
Yeah,
out this. And as I say, check
sorry.
out this. I want to transform into like a random ass thing that will just like impress the shit out of him because I'm just so high. I don't understand what the fuck I'm doing.
I mean, you're not so,
So,
much high. You're much of like hungover right now.
Hungover isn't fun.
Yeah, no, yeah, it's really not.
This is why I don't drink.
And as you go, you see essentially the town as it was. You see a bunch of veterans with torn uniforms walking around. You see the mayor with his one arm missing. It's a giant chicken man, and he's like walking like it's what's that Andy Griffin show? Like, hey everybody, do 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 do. Becomes Chad. Sweet irony. Do y'all approach the city?
if that's where they say their ship is, I would go with
Yeah.
it that way. Yeah.
Yeah, that's where we're headed.
Where
Okay.
we're going.
As you walk down with the stretcher, the mayor comes up to you and he has a couple of people and he's like, "Hey guys, how was your hike this morning?"
I'll sort of nod to the body and say, so medical facilities. Could you point us in that direction? Found some interesting things, but this one needs medical attention.
Armageddon has the best medicine in all of the Bezos Empire. Hey, come over here, Doc. And you see this this straggly guy, and he's got an eye patch, and he's got like a big old glasses right here, and he's just like, I'll take care of him. And he kind of like grabs the cart and starts like walking away with it to one of the shacks.
Did he look like a doctor?
I mean,
Does anyone really look like a doctor?
Well, I'm just
he
didn't look
was very
qualified,
confident in his doctor status.
So I'm gonna kind of look at Nimble, get still hungover a little bit, and just not giving a fuck because the mayor's there, and be like, I don't think the medical care's that good. Look at this dude's arm.
Hey, I'll let that one slide since y'all are the new residents of Armageddon.
Well, we're not staying here, are we?
Whoa, why would you want to leave? Armageddon's got everything. Job opportunity, food, booze, beautiful ladies. I mean, Miss Betty, she's quite a looker. She's a little old, but she's quite a looker. What else could you want?
Well, some of us have family in other sectors and other planets and things to do, places to visit, things to explore, information we could bring back to towns as thriving, such as Armageddon. It sort of says, like, slowly.
Well, I'm just letting you know that you'll have to wait for the next ship to leave to get off Armageddon. But why would you want to leave? No one leaves Armageddon.
Where's our ship?
Yeah, we're gonna leave on our ship when we leave. But yeah, if you could just direct us that way, and we'll hop in our ship and
Hold on, let me get
be
my
on our
cat.
way.
Hey. All right, 1 second. Hey. I know. Put him in another room or something. Yeah, sorry, my cat
Damn
is
cat.
like, yeah, he's like picked today to be annoying.
Oh, good.
He picks every other, like, once a month. He's like, I'm gonna be the most annoying thing in the world. So he goes, you guys had a ship? And he screams, Jeremy, do them boys have a ship? And you see the guy with the two, like, claw hands, and he's like, shit. You told me they just came on in without a ship. Well, and then he turns to you and goes, well, Jeremy's a pretty honest guy. I don't think you guys had a ship. Could you tell me what it looked like?
I'll pull out the little remote display and I'll sort of show him. I'll like exactly like this, and I'll be like, well, actually, that escape pod's not there. You know, oh, and then that part's kind of fallen off and that's busted. That's not there anymore. But yeah, for the basic, logistics, that's what it looks like. Here's where it is. And how do you lose a ship?
Wizard, you've heard this conversation about 4 other times when you've tried to escape this planet.
Oh no.
Okay. In the previous conversations, was I able to pick up any information about where the ships may be stored?
Yes, you know that they are stored underground, and you know that whenever something happens, they suck the ship underground with all the buildings, and they keep them in storage, and that the mayor does not let anybody leave.
Okay.
Armageddon.
Okay. So
you kind of been watching the city too, and you kind of know whenever the city gets startled, they go underground.
Okay. Is Professor M Professor M left on the stretcher, right?
Yeah,
He's no
that
longer
little
there?
doctor
Okay.
dude took him.
Okay. So they're blabbing. I will say, this conversation is just really. I've been here and done this. I mean, we'll just go to the inn. It's fine, or whatever. Not inn, but I don't know, whatever the saloon. Do they have a saloon? It's a Western, right?
Yeah, they got a saloon.
Well, let's just head over to the saloon. It'll be fine.
Eva goes, but I thought we have a ship. I have a ship.
No,
I'm a ship owner.
no. The ship was remember the building that we passed that was called ship? That was what we were talking about. That one, the one down the street.
And then the mayor kind of looks around and he goes, oh yes, we've got the ship hotel. It's a great hotel, better than any place in all of the Bezos Empire. Hey guys, how about you go tell that robot that another drink's on me for all you guys staying here at Armageddon.
Even now, I'd like to turn around and start walking away.
Okay, you start walking away.
Yeah.
He turns to Nimblegins and he goes, you're the reasonable one. I'll start doing the paperwork and y'all will be permanent citizens of Armageddon. And he's like cheerfully walking off.
I'm gonna let
How
him
many
walk
people
off
are
because I know that we just have to figure out a way to get out of here. Like nobody's listening to reason. Nobody we're gonna have to find our ship and get out of here.
So how many people are around this right now when he's talking to us?
I mean, it's like a steady town. There's about 20 to 30 people, and they're veterans, and then there's older women and all that stuff.
Fuck. My blaster isn't going to be able to take out 20 at once.
No, blasting right now would probably not be the best plan.
Can I first? Let's see. I want to try and use I'm going to use an adversity token for my treasure hunter ability to locate the ship. I just want to find it. Can I do that?
I'll give you clues. So
Okay.
you know that the ship is underground too, and there has to be a passageway to go underground, and that in order to move that ship, it could not be that far from where you landed it. They couldn't move it that far without flying it. So it's got to be around the spaceport.
Okay, so I'll remember where that was, where it went underground.
Yeah, it's a little bit outside of town.
And then what about this? Do I know anything about this technology that they can quicksand buildings and ships underground, or is that something that I would be able to discern?
Yeah, I mean, it's
Or is that,
basic
totally
thing
unique
that they're
to-
probably on a platform that goes, and then they put the hanger on top, so it's not basic. But you don't know
Okay.
how to enter the buildings. Wizard, you know that there is 2 entry points if you would like to share with the group, or if not, that's up to you.
I'm not gonna. Are we still out in the middle of the street?
They are. You're walking to the bar. Eva's following you because she's like, free drink.
Okay.
And okay, I'll say we'll probably follow once we're getting nowhere. Let's just go to the bar and I'll sort this out.
Okay.
If they didn't leave on their own free will, I would have hurriedly walked back and then clapped hands on shoulder sort of thing. I'm leaving now. And tried to direct them away.
So you guys go into the saloon, and it's just like you saw before. There's a robot bartender, and he's like shaking a drink. You see a bunch of like old veterans with like gray beards, and they're playing cards. And it's just kind of like that saloon, like bum, 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 like kind of like that. Not copyright sensitive. Yeah, and there's like, you know, they're singing songs about the war and all that stuff. And you go up to when you walk in, the bartender, it's a robot, and he's like, the mayor said you can have one free drink.
I'm gonna hop in and say maybe something a little lighter on the booze, and my little mechanical suit is still sort of like wobbly because it's still got remnants of like the alcohol like the goo that he breathed in. So he's sort of a little wobbly. So he's just requesting something a little lighter.
Lighter on the booze. And he just like pulls a glass and puts his finger, and he shoots out this liquid onto it and like hands it to you.
All right, I'll grab it. I'll take a little swig. How is it? It's tasty.
It is ginger ale.
I'll take it.
It is super flat ginger ale.
Okay.
So are y'all sitting
All right,
at the
I'll
bar?
let out.
Or are y'all like...
Well, I guess we're
Yeah, you
sitting in the
guys
bar
want
right now.
drinks?
Oh, so there's also a wizard. There's the bar in the middle. There's a bunch of tables. You've been to this bar several times. This is where you usually walk to as a conversation, because the mayor has offered you many free drinks.
Yeah.
And there's the top area where there's like different rooms and stuff, like kind of like a John Wayne saloon, you know, top area where there's different beds, and there's just a bunch of veterans sitting at tables playing cards and having a good time.
Okay. I mean, I if we have a relatively quiet break in our boisterous conversations we've had earlier already, I would take the time to explain that there are entrances to where the ship may be located, or the spaceport, I guess.
Okay, so you guys go to a quiet table, you know that there is an entrance there's a hatch that you could enter behind the mayor's mansion, and there is also a hatch underneath the main garden armory. But you think the mayor's mansion's probably an easier one.
The main garden, what?
The main, like, armory, where, like, the guards will go in.
Okay. Yeah, so I explained that. I don't really think we can do any of them, and as terrible as it seems like you all are, but if you got a ship, I mean, I guess we can try this. I don't know.
I was like, well, you said you've had a hard time leaving. How long have you been here? Like, when did you do your business?
It's only been a few days.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have that much more family funds to stay here because I'm not getting citizenship because I got things to do. So let's chop.
Eva goes.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, yeah, we need to go to Mars to see if Mr. Jingles has our stuff.
Yeah, and then we can finally go back to my planet after Mars.
Oh yeah, your planet. I forgot about that.
So those are the three ways. There's the two hatches, and then there's that all of it goes underground. Is the ways that you know. So what are we gonna do, guys? How are we gonna get our ship?
There's only one way to do this, Ava. And that's to take over the world.
Or we
Well-
can, leave.
That could work too. But we should just leave.
Or, I mean, what's this connection to the mayor's, like, keeping everyone here? Like, are there other people who, I don't know, he's doing this to as well?
I don't know. We can go ask somebody, I guess.
I don't think that
If
would be
they're,
wrong.
if they're taking people's ships and for hostage and not letting people leave.
So I was going to suggest that we ask somebody who isn't in the saloon, because those who are in the saloon, chances are they're just going to be happy with their free drinks. So let's go find ourselves. What was her name? Mrs. Betty. Let's see what she has to say about this place.
You guys, so you're going to Betty's house?
Who's Mrs. Betty? I have not met any Betty.
Ah, puns. Is that her? Was that her
Who
name?
was that
That
again?
was
Is that her
her
name?
name,
Who was that
yes.
again?
Miss Belly. So Al's the only one paying attention to how Miss Belly is being mentioned multiple times by the mayor now. So I feel like she has something important to do with this town. So I think we should go to Miss Belly's.
Okay. So you know that Miss Betty is down the lane, away from like the where you landed, and you go to essentially a shack that has parts of a ship in the back that you can kind of tell is a old starfighter ship in the back of the back of the house. And you walk up to this house, and you knock on the door. Do you knock on the door?
Yeah.
We knock on the door.
Okay, when you knock on the door, you hear, "Come in."
We enter the room, well, the house.
All right, and you see essentially an old lady's house. You see a bunch of weird knickknacks all over. You see like plants growing into the ceiling, and you see this 90-year-old lady who is rocking in her chair, and it smells of baked goods. Of a cherry pie fills the room as you walk on in, and she's in her little walker. She goes, "Well, howdy, new residents of Armageddon."
Is she human
Oh,
or
we're
is
just-
she?
She's human.
Okay.
Say, oh, this has been a lovely visit. It's been so nice to explore this great planet. How are you today?
So you hear the song Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. She's like, "Oh, I'm doing great in the great city of Armageddon. I heard you guys are moving in. The mayor's so proud. He wants me to bake y'all a cake. But I told him it would take at least 1 week to bake a good old enough cake for these people."
I feel like Ava's gonna have something to say about that.
Yeah,
Let's
cake.
go. We should
hmm.
wait a week. I'm sure that he'll be there at Mars by the time we're done with the cake festival.
I'll
So
say,
I
or
was
maybe.
gonna- Yeah, go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking maybe we could do both. You know, while we're waiting on the cake festival and everything, we could, get our ship, go run a few errands, do a few things, and then come back and check out the cake festival, and then get on back out of here.
Well, why would you want to leave? Armageddon's a great place. Hell, nobody leaves. The mayor makes sure of that.
What do you mean by
Yeah, what's that
Ben?
about?
Well, I know that this little young man over there. What's your name, young man? And she points to you, wizard.
Salem Walker.
I know Mr. Walker been trying to leave for a couple days now. The mayor won't let him.
I just roll my eyes.
How do you know
Not
about
wrong.
that, Belly? Who told you that?
Well, the mayor himself, he said nobody leaves Armageddon. You know, Armageddon's the best place to live in the galaxy. So, he just stores them ships down there and he don't let nobody leave. Anyway, you guys want a little pie? I've been cooking a little pie. Maybe you can get a little scrumptious little pie. And she kind of struggles to get out of her chair, and she kind of hoggles over to the kitchen area, which you notice is part of the cockpit of a destroyed fighter.
So I feel like we should use this time of her being distracted to head out of her house, since we're obviously not getting anywhere, and try and go to the underground lair to get these ships. Maybe her Alzheimer's will kick in and she won't remember.
So she was supposed to be the mayor's. What? How is she related to? He just kept mentioning her, right?
Yeah,
He kept saying her name,
She's
yeah.
just the welcome. She goes, "I'm just the welcome crew here on Armageddon. Oh man, I cannot wait to make you pies forever."
bitch. I thought we
They're
were
like, all right, yeah, you're the entry keeper to hell. Like, just keep it up.
Are you calling her Cerebus?
Welcome,
like
everyone.
The three-headed dog. She goes, I don't know why you guys want to leave. It got everything you need.
I
Well,
really
we
want
have supplies in our ship that we need, and we have, family, on other planets and in other galaxies and sectors that we need to visit and, exchange supplies with, just as you do on this planet, exchange with other planets. Right?
If I shoot Betty, is this going to be a bad thing?
Let's wait on shoot. I mean, I don't think she's.
If you shoot Betty,
Ahead of
if you
us.
shoot a 90-year-old lady in her house, would that be a bad thing?
I mean, yeah, curious.
They already won't let us leave now.
I mean, what's the harm if then?
Well, I'm still my character's wanting to leave, so.
I mean, we might be able to leave. Maybe.
So, hey, go ahead and shoot her. Maybe I'll just turn you in and get rewarded for being able to leave.
Do you say that in character?
You want me to say that in character? I mean, why don't you just go ahead and shoot her? I mean, it's fine. I'll just turn you in anyways, and I'll leave on my own. I don't care.
And
Set
Nimble's
back the
thinking
crew.
he's like,
So we
He's
have
like,
to set back the crew.
take the
So
condition.
all of a sudden you
But I'll shoot Betty.
when you go to pull your gun, you hear the mayor going with two other guys going, "Well, howdy, guys. I see you met Betty. Don't fill up too much on Miss Betty's cupcake." And she turns around. She goes, "Oh, Mayor, you keep trying to play me like I'm some kind of hoe. But I ain't no hoe. Oh, Miss Betty, I will never call you a hoe. I respect my elder like this man right here." And he kind of like taps you on the shoulder, Al.
I'm gonna look at him and be like, son of a bitch.
Well, I know that you guys are not peeking into Miss Betty's pie before the new citizen parade. Here, I got you your passports for you. And he starts handing you guys Armageddon passports.
this is so we can
Leave?
just be here.
Yeah, so you can be here forever. You can come in and out of the town and we know who you are.
Okay, cool. So
I'll
we
take
want to
one.
leave out of town now because we have passports.
Well, yeah, you can leave into the mountain, into the field, and you can come back to the city.
Yeah, we're gonna need our ship for that though.
You don't need no ship. You ain't leaving Armageddon.
I need to get to the highest point of the mountain. The only way to get to the highest point of the mountain without walking and losing all my energy is by taking my ship. Betty.
Well, you know
That's
what?
what we're good
I
at, bringing-
hear that Jeremiah on the other side of the ship, on the side of the yard, will get you in his little cruiser ship, and he'll get you to the top of the mountain. Now that you now citizens of Armageddon. Ain't that right, Betty? Betty gets taken up to the top of the mountain all the time. Ha She starts,
I
like,
bet she
matching
does.
you with the arm nibble gets.
But she does. She a hoe.
This Mr.
90-year-old.
Walker guy, he knows Mrs. Betty's reputation. Am I right, Mr. Walker?
God damn it, Mr. Walker.
Wait, did you say that there's a cruiser ship somewhere?
Well, there's a little bitty, like, speeder ship. They don't go out of orbit, because who needs to go out of orbit? Who needs to leave Armageddon? No one needs to leave
Yeah,
Armageddon.
nobody would want to leave Armageddon. Where's the cruiser ship at?
Rose is on the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. Miss Betty, look at that pie. Miss Betty comes out with a little pie. She goes, "I brought this here. I was baking it for the ceremony, but I'm sure you boys could enjoy my pie a little early."
You know what?
Is that an apple pie?
Why, yes, it's all the apples we pick here at Armageddon.
Oh, but I really wanted a cherry pie. This is the worst. I'm allergic to apples.
Well, you young man, you let me know about that cherry pie. I'll go find us some cherries. And she kind of like waddles out of the door and she goes, "Well, I need to go talk to Mrs. Stevens to go see the cherries." She just kind of like starts muttering to herself as she walks out of her house.
Miss Betty reminds me a lot of the chef parents from South Park when they're talking about the Loch Ness monster. It's like Betty's about tree filling.
And then the mayor kind of turns into a serious face, and he just goes, "But I'm for real. No one leaves Armageddon, and I mean no one. Now I hope you enjoy your pie, and you show up to the new citizen celebration tonight, or the bat thing is the last thing you'll have to worry about." And he walks out the door with two of his people.
He's so quick to run away.
That's fine. Let's find our damn ship. I have a feeling this citizen parade isn't going to end well for any of us.
So you're all staying at Betty's house right now?
Fuck no, I'm leaving Betty's house. I'm trying to find our damn ship.
Yeah, let's head out. When was that event?
It is later
in
tonight.
a week,
It's
or
in a
there's
couple
something?
hours.
Oh, later. And everybody in Armageddon is invited.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the mayor is like, he's got a little speech or something, I'm sure. And Miss Betty
Probably.
will be
You just know
there.
it's a celebration.
Okay, great. All right. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that, Al.
It looks like
That
we
event
lost-
sounds amazing.
It will be so much fun. We should definitely attend the ship.
Wizard,
Yeah,
roll
well,
me
everyone's there.
Wizard, roll me a brains check, and
Okay.
and based on your roll, I'm going to tell you how much you know of this late night celebration.
Okay. Have they had these celebrations before in the last 3 or 4 days I've been here?
Yes, they
Okay.
definitely have.
Sounds like you may have been to 3 or 4 of them.
Mm-hmm.
Brains check. Did you roll it?
You got a 7.
You know that these celebrations are very loud, and the people of the town usually get pretty fucked up on these celebrations and drunk.
Yeah.
You also know towards the high point of the celebration is where he puts a tag on everybody's legs, so they cannot leave the city without great shock. And that's why you've always been able. That's why you're in the mountains, is because you've always escaped that part of the celebration.
Are all of the pies made and like prepared already?
Yeah, that making of the pie, like eating of the pies, is the major part of the celebration.
So I asked the crew if they have any more of that brain altering drug thing that they just had earlier, or whatever it was that they. I don't know that I know what that substance was.
You know it's
The-
called goo, and it is very illegal. Both empires do find it very illegal.
So I asked them if they have any more of the goo left over.
I know what you're talking about. What goo? What's goo? I know what goo is.
I mean, it could just go on the pies, and everybody else could eat it, and then go all crazy, and we could like leave. Isn't that what normal people would do? But I mean, I know you guys aren't normal, but come on.
Well, that is interesting. I don't know how we can handle it or how much we have in order to do that. I think we just ran across a little bit, but
We would
how
have to
much-
find the Professor M again.
Well, he shouldn't be too hard.
Uh,
He's in the hospital.
That is true, Ava. Thank you for your contribution as always.
So I explained
right.
how it's, as much as I know about this ceremony, and explain how it works, and that there are moments that we can escape throughout that ceremony if we can either do distraction or not say, I guess.
Before the ceremony begins with a parade, then everyone eats all of the pies that Betty makes as they drink tons of ale from the bar, and then there is the tagging, and you're not 100% sure if everyone is in the celebration, but before the tagging happens, people do drink and eat a lot of Miss Betty's pie.
Okay. So I basically expressed those opinions as far as what our options may be.
So you
I
want
guess
to give
I spit
people
out some of the pie.
glue?
So real quick, is it just our crew right now, or are we still?
Yeah, they left.
Okay. All right. Just want to make sure we're being.
I mean, you kind of hear
Conscious of our
Miss
surroundings.
Betty talking outside, being like, "Miss Stevens, I gotta get your cherries in my pie."
Okay. Well, if you say something about this sort of cultish horror that goes down, I'm gonna be like, we got to get out of here, and I'm down with Al. Like, if he's like, we got to bounce, I say we get out of Miss Betty's place and we'll say, "Hey, we gotta go. We'll see you then."
We'll see you tonight at the at
Well,
the
I like
ceremony.
the idea of
Bye.
helping to make pies. I mean, they just want to give us some treats.
Yeah, we gotta get. Sorry, we have some more errands to run since we're gonna be here forever.
The mayor said we have a free drink to get.
As you leave, you see the town is setting up for its new business. There's, like I said, there's just a bunch of like old veterans, some missing arms, eye patches, like burnt faces, and they're like hammering stuff as the mayor's in the middle of town with his nub like pointing, hang the banner that way.
What do you say?
He's like screaming, like giving barking orders about the parade.
Oh, I see. Okay. Let's see. While we're grouped up and huddled together, maybe we had a pretty good drunken session there earlier. Maybe we can use that as an excuse to step away from the celebration.
Well,
And
Walker
then,
wants to help make pies, and I think a celebration would be nice for everyone.
I don't think Walker wants to help make pies.
Was that Eva?
Yeah.
Damn it, Eva!
I don't
I'll
want to
say
help
Eva.
anybody.
She's still like woozy from the.
Yeah.
Oh man.
So what do y'all want to do up to the celebration?
I feel like we should leave Ava with the celebration people, so they're not too suspicious of us, while we all go search for this other ship and then pick Ava up on the way out.
I'm fine with that.
That or the professor. I don't know. Like we could leave her there because like she could probably use some
Well, the
IV
professor's in
drip
the
or
hospital,
something.
right?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, true. We could take it to the hospital.
Like we could get her like I don't know situated and then check on him. I feel like we're gonna have to get him anyway and maybe get out of here. I don't know how we're gonna do that. We still have that stretcher, and then hopefully by then Eva can get out of here with us. And do we have comms? I can't remember what we said
Yeah,
we
y'all
had
have
for.
comms. Do you want to give one to Wizard?
Yeah, we'll give one to Wizard, and then one to Eva.
Is it
And
like?
By
then-
the way,
Indian-
I love
like
that poster behind you, the Empire Strikes Back.
thing? Is that a?
yeah,
Is
that's
it like a
super cool.
walkie-talkie sort of?
Yeah, it's got like a
Um,
little
yeah.
walkie-talkie that you put in your
Not like
ear.
an ear. It's not like an earpiece one, or?
It's an ear pierce one you put in your ear and
Oh.
you can like
Yeah.
tap.
I can finger my ear while I'm talking. Sweet.
You guys, as you start getting ready, you start hearing like a band playing, and like I said, it looks like the Island of Misfit Toys. There's a bunch of like raggedy people, and they're like. And the mayor is like, everybody ready for the new people's celebration! And people are coming out of their homes.
Yeah, we definitely need to find this ship real quick.
And this all looks familiar to you, Wizard.
Yep.
We need to find this
Been
ship before we get trapped here.
Now remember, you do have those two entrance points, the one in the armory and the one by the mayor's house.
Yeah. So I say, well, do I know which one we're closest to right now? Like where?
Y'all are in the middle, so each one's closest, but you know that the armory is always heavily guarded, and the mayor's house usually has one guy guarding it.
Okay.
Not to railroad you.
Oh no, it's fine.
We-
I'll explain that to them.
There's no food out yet? No pie out yet?
Not yet. I mean, you
Okay.
see Miss Betty like walking and like some people carrying pies towards the center of town, but no one's eating pies yet.
I think we should go to the mayor's and try and get into this entry point.
That's like
Yeah, I was
breakfast that you
I
guys
was
have
thinking
all
we
day.
could swipe a pie. I was thinking we could swipe a pie for him, but that might be harder to do. And be like, hey, we brought you pie since you're watching for the mayor.
I mean, it's not hard really to swipe a pie. They're just carrying with like a bunch of pies and Miss Betty.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll pull out like a handkerchief and put it over my arm, and I'll go over and I'll sort of grab one, like I know what I'm doing, and I'll start walking very,
And Miss
you know,
Betty
like in
goes,
line.
"Oh, you such a sweet young man, carrying the pie for an old lady. Ooh." and she kind of like pinches your robot cheeks, and she goes, "Well, I need to set up there, young man. You guys enjoy tonight." And she kind of like waddles over to the pie area.
Okay, I'll be like, yeah, thanks. I'll sort of turn the fire on.
If
I'm
she
waiting
comes
for
in
y'all
my hair, I'm
to
gonna
bring
shoot
Miss
her.
Betty and your crew.
So what I want
Say
to
it.
do, I want to have
Go
Nimble just have the pie, and I'm just going to kind of take. Just Al has a plan. You take the pie. I'm going to hold the pie, and as we go over to the mayor's area, Al's plan will become more evident as he has his blaster underneath the pie.
So you take the pie from Nimblegits?
Yes, the pie is going to be covering the barrel of my gun.
Okay.
Imagine that.
For what?
Imagine like you're 17 years old. You're watching a movie at the theater, and you cut a hole in the popcorn.
So the original plan was to feed this pie to the one guard at the mayor's house so we can knock him out
now
and
you're
grab
gonna
our
feed him
shit
with
and go.
lead.
And what's going on
I
in your
mean,
mind right now?
he's still gonna get pie, but it's gonna be to the face with a bullet.
Oh my god. Eva went to the hospital that's near the launch point to be with the professor. So you guys walk to the mayor's house, and it is it looks like essentially an escape pod that's very long. The front of the house is built up nicely, and the back is just a tubular escape pod, and part of it is stretching out is like essentially a think of like a subway train pumping out the other side. Wizard, you know that in the subway part, that is where the entrance point is to underground.
Okay. As approaching, do we see like the guard there? Is there?
You don't see him yet. No.
Okay.
I guess we'll head towards the entrance.
So you're heading towards the subway part.
I mean, if that's what we
Yeah,
know where it is.
Yeah, I would say well, it's over this way. Let's just go this way.
Everybody, roll me a flight check, 6, to see how loud you are.
Quiet as a motherfucker.
Quiet as a motherfucker.
So is Nimble.
me
He
too.
blew up.
Ooh. Would you like to use a token?
Yeah, I probably should.
Okay, so you creepily sneak in and you get up to the window where like the doors are that are closed, and you see a guard sitting there, and he is not paying attention. He is kind of like dozing off. He has his gun like on the other wall, and he's sitting there, and he is a younger guy. He's got blaster marks on the side of his face, and it looks like he's got bandages across his chest, and he's wearing a Bezos uniform, which is black with the orange writing.
So we could even sneak by him.
And he is sitting on top
Yeah.
of the hatch.
So can he see us if we're going past it, or is it
Well,
like
you'll all
he's on
succeed
top
at
of the
seeing. He
hatch.
doesn't see any of y'all.
oh
Wait,
shit?
he's sitting on the hatch that we need to go through.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
That's what he's like.
Okay.
He's like, guard duty.
Well then.
I'm going to bring him the pie. That's what we came here to do. I'll be like, oh, excuse me, sir. And I'm going to wake him up. I want him to know that I caught him sleeping.
And he's like, whoa, yeah.
And I'd be like, yeah, no
welcome
need
to
for that.
Armageddon.
Pie from the mayor, since you can't make it. He wanted to send us over here to make sure you had your slice. So yeah, here you go. Nice to see you.
And he's like, cool, give me the pie. And he reaches out to the pie.
I still have my Bezos
Okay, and-
uniform.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hold it slightly, just like jokingly, and be like, "Where are the restrooms?"
You mean the pisser?
Yeah.
I got
Oh man, it's down that way. Or sometimes, when I get bored, I really just pee on the side of the mayor's house. Like, fuck that guy, am I right?
My guy.
Yeah.
And then I'll hand them the pie, and I'll be like, "Enjoy."
Does the pie still
freshly
have
baked-
a gun in it?
Wait, what?
I thought you put a
Oh, I
gun
thought
in
you-
the pie.
I thought you were holding it like under it, because
Yeah,
you were
that's what
gonna,
I
like,
was. Nimble,
try-
yeah.
Alright, so, like, he
I think we
grabs
nixed that.
it,
Did
and
we nix that?
takes a big bite and sees a gun in there, and he's like, "What?"
But you put it in there?
No, I had it underneath the pie.
Oh,
Like the pie was
well, he grabs
covering
the
it.
pie and starts eating it. And are y'all doing anything?
I want him to eat the pie. I'm assuming that it's gonna like knock him out. I don't know what's gonna
I'm
happen.
gonna tell him to show Rusty where the pisser is because I'm in Bezo uniform, and I'm gonna call rank on him. And if he questions it, I'll
No, he told you.
Well-
He's like, it's over there, down a
Show him.
hallway. Or sometimes when
him.
I'm bored, I piss on the building.
And I'd be like, how about a brew? You got any ale around here?
Oh man, I mean, sometimes I go and steal from the mayor's liquor cabinet. I mean, that's payment,
Okay.
right? I'm sitting on this door instead of eating Miss Betty's pie. I mean, everybody in town
Right.
eats Miss Betty's pie.
I'm
Alright,
sure he
so-
wouldn't care while you're here guarding the
Roll me a
place while he's
charisma
out.
check, you two. 4. I mean, this dude doesn't give a shit about his job, so 4.
No, but
Can I just be like, dude, just let us in?
Okay, so yeah, he's like, dude, let me show you where the liquor cabinet is, man. And
you're like, yeah, this is great, man. Thanks for the hospitality.
and he gets up and he starts walking down this like subway, walking down it. And what do y'all do?
I mean, I want him to eat pie. I want us to have a few drinks. And then once he's away from the hatch, I would like to go to the hatch once he passes out.
Are
I don't
you
know why we
shooting
need to
him?
get. I don't know why we need to get guns involved because we need to make a clean
Here's the
exit.
thing. Here's
We
the
need a
thing.
clean
The longer we wait, the more time we're wasting that potentially they can come looking for us. And if they're going to come looking for us, they're going to go one of two places. They're going to go to the mayor's house or they're going to go to the armory.
If they come looking for us and they find a dead dude, we're dead.
Or-
if they come
or
to
the
us and if they come looking for us and they find a dude that passed out on pie and booze, that's not so bad
Wizard,
for
you
us.
have Laser Blade Master, by the way.
Okay.
You get +2 to combat checks whenever you use a laser blade.
Okay.
So I think maybe as a plan D or E or F, maybe we can start blasting
Alright, so
things.
he's eating this pie and he's turning his back. He's like, come over here, man. He's got the best stuff. I heard he's throwing off this one dude's ship that's trying to go past Uranus.
Yeah, I mean, I'll help sort of keep him distracted and act like I'm drinking booze with him and hang out, have a good old time with him, and I'll sort of sneak over to Al to like check out the hatch.
Okay, are you, Al, you and Wizard going down the hatch?
Yeah, we're going down the hatch.
Yeah.
Okay, when you open his hatch, you see basically what you picture in Disney World when they have the underground where they like drive carts so you can't see them, and it's like the underground. It's a bunch of different things going on. There's big metal walls and corridors, and a ladder to bring you down there.
Ascend the ladder.
Yep.
Okay, when you descend down the ladder, Eva's at the hospital with the professor. When you descend down the ladder, you see that this whole town has like a great escape point. Like you basically can look down and you see where each building collapses down to the sand where each spot is, and they're even marked out with tape. And there's like some guards driving around, but they don't seem to notice you.
Can we are we looking for the ship or have we found it yet? Or are we just kind of like okay?
You don't see the ship yet.
Okay, so I want to go and explore for the ship while this guard's distracted.
All right, roll me a flight check. 6. Both of you.
I'll use the adversity token.
I have a 7.
Okay, so y'all are being very cautious as y'all walk through, and I mean, no one's really looking for you, so they're just kind of like, I heard these new people in Armageddon, man, their ship's pretty nice. Yeah, dude, the mayor says he's gonna take everything off that ship and scrap it for parts. I think he's gonna build a new house with it. As y'all are like walking by.
Al's getting impatient.
You can hear Nimblejet's nodding no to that furiously.
Oh
even though
well,
he
you're
can't hear it.
upstairs talking to the dude as he
No, I
hands
know.
you like
He can feel it happening. He's
different
like, oh
Yeah,
news.
god.
because because he can hear us through the ear set. Still, our comms are on.
Oh yeah.
Well, I'm just saying he can like sense that somebody's talking about ripping shit apart, and he's like, "No, I'm not having it."
And as you turn, Al, you see the ship just standing there with a bunch of equipment and cranes hooked up to it, and you see about 4 guards just standing around. Wizard, you see this hodgepodge ship that looks like a research ship, but also supply ship that looks forcibly combined and welded together, and it's not what a ship's supposed to look like, is what you're seeing.
But-
I'll look at Al and I'll say, "This is your ship? What a piece of junk!"
Hey, it got us this
I was
far.
gonna say geniusly engineered would be an okay descriptor.
Does this
After
thing
seeing
even
this-
fly?
I mean, not right now. It's hooked up to a bunch of cranes. It will do. So when we
Are
see
you
this,
sure?
I mean, this is why I've got Nimblejet. So I want to speak to Nimblejet over the comms and be like, "Hey, I'm gonna need you down here. There's a lot of scientific shit here, and I just want to shoot these people. So
Nimble, you're talking to this dude, and he's like munching on pie, and he's like, "Oh, God. Yeah, your mayor doesn't know that I drink and put water," and he like chugs from the bottle, and he passes to you as he's like in the middle of eating more pie, and he's just like, "The mayor, I feel like doesn't respect me because he just tells me to sit here all the time."
I'm taking like the fake drinks, where I'll like throw them behind my shoulder, or if I have to, and it goes up to my lips and it goes through like my body and I like out a pant leg, so you can't, so it doesn't absorb into his body. So he's like faking shots and faking drinking, and yeah, he's listening for a status on the hatch to see if our ship is
Yeah, and you
accessible
hear on
or
the
if it's
comms,
there.
Al telling you.
the ship's we found the ship. So here's a problem. We have 4 guards, a shit ton of equipment that I don't know what the hell this is. It looks like a crane or a fork or something. It's big. It's there's wires. Maybe a puppet. Maybe there's a giant puppet controlling the ship. I'm distracted. There's a lot of shit. I need science help.
Wizard, roll me a brains check.
Okay.
I'm gonna see how good you are at computers.
Oh
Horrible.
Jesus!
I'm the worst computer person ever.
You give yourself an adversity.
Sure, I'll use
you believe that you can unhook this stuff
Yeah, so I'll
because
say to Al-
you've done Microsoft Paint before. Like you can unhook
Yeah.
this stuff.
I'll say to Al, this isn't gonna be that difficult to unhook. I don't know that I trust anybody to fly that piece of crap, but getting it untangled probably isn't that big of a deal. I got that.
So as he says, I'm gonna look at him and be like, "That's Bertha. She's my ride."
Well, then you're my ride. So if you're my ride and then she's your ride, I guess we're all riding together. This is the worst thing ever.
And you guys hear from behind go, "Hey, are you guys supposed to be here?"
So I have my Bezos uniform on. I'm gonna turn and be like, "Are you supposed to be here, soldier?"
And you see an old man with like a very long gray beard, and he's got his hair shaved, but he's got a long beard. And you see another younger guy, and he is missing part of his arm, his right arm, and he has a wooden leg, and he's just like, "I'm supposed to be here because the mayor said I'm supposed to be here, but aren't you guys supposed to be in the ceremony?"
Well, we already got
And-
our passports. We can kind of go wherever we want to. Yeah, we'll get there to the ceremony as soon as we're ready. I kind of like flashed the little passport thing.
I think you guys should go to the ceremony now.
Okay, sounds good. That's exactly what we'll do. Hey, what's that over there? And I want them to try and turn away. And as they turn away, I want to transform
Give me a
into the.
charisma check. 8.
Do it.
Yep, I will use 3 tokens. I have
They
2 left.
look sideways, and what are you doing?
I am transforming into the mayor.
Okay, so Wizard, you see this humanoid that you've been standing by a lot, and you see his left arm essentially dissolve at the joint and fall to the ground, and wings popping out of his skin bloodily as it rips through, each wing popping out one by one. His jaw starts to mash and form into a beak as it comes out of his mouth, and it starts ripping off as the back end, and you see essentially the mayor next to you.
I sort of look at the mayor and say, "Oh, hello, mayor. What are you doing here? Did you send that other person away already? Because he was annoying as fuck."
Roll me a charm check, Wolf, to see if they know who you are.
Oh no!
Are you gonna?
So they
bump?
don't know who I am.
Yeah, they know. They look back and they see you as the mayor, and they go, "No, the mayor's not supposed to be here. Who the hell are you? Who is this? Who is this?"
I am the mayor.
And now two of the guards that were standing on the ramp are starting to run over with their rifles.
Well,
Shit.
it's about that time. Nimble Jits. It's Plan E.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to try to interpose myself between the drinks and the hatch so I can get to the hatch, and I'm gonna try to get away. Just tell the guard that I was with, and be like, all right, I'm gonna hit the head, and I'm gonna start heading towards the hatch. And if did it lock on the way back?
No,
Like, can I
it's
go
open.
into it? And...
Roll a flight check.
Okay.
8. Ooh.
5. I don't even have enough tokens. So, well, yeah. So I fell down.
As you're running, the guy realizes that the hatch is open and he's in mid pie, and he drops the pie and goes, "Oh my god, the hatch is open!" And he starts lunging towards his gun.
I'm gonna run towards the hatch and say, "I'll hurry up and close it" as I'm running, and then running through it, and I'm like evasive maneuvering through the hatch.
So you close the hatch and turn it. All right, to you guys.
So I'm gonna run through it.
So these guys now are reaching for the gun. 2 guards are coming over. What are you guys doing?
First, I'm gonna try my charm, and be like, guys, listen, it's me, the mayor. If it wasn't the mayor, could I do this? And then I'll like put my one arm up that isn't stumpy and be like, "Welcome to Armageddon."
Roll me a charm check.
Charm check.
Do I see him?
No, not yet.
Okay.
Oh,
What's
they
my-
do not believe you.
What's my target?
Oh no.
You're going against their brains because you're doing a shape-shifting.
Oh, okay. Well, then, in that case, if they don't believe me, I will simply murder them.
So they are reaching deep. They're pulling out their guns as the 2 guards are running. And roll me, you two. What are you doing, Wizard, when this happened?
Well, so I was gonna wait to see how distracted they got, but they didn't look like they get distracted at all.
They're very distracted towards the now mayor, who they know is not the mayor.
Do I know that it's about to go into a firefight? Can I pretty much tell we just have to like shoot our way out?
I mean, you kind of see everyone pulling guns and are freaking out because a fake mayor is screaming at them.
I just kind of roll my eyes, duck down, and I'm gonna shoot first.
Okay, who would you like to shoot at? There's 2 guys in the cart that spotted you, and the 2 guards that are running, and there's also 2 guards that you can see on the tops, and you have 2 blasters.
Probably the closest, whatever the closest target is.
Okay, so you see the 2 guards. There's an old man, and there's a man missing a part of his arm. And roll me a fight to their flight.
Nice.
Okay, so describe how you shoot this guy.
So I have 2 blasters, so like I'm assuming 1 on each hip, basically. I just like spaghetti western, sort of just like whip the gun out, just like single-handed, and just like fire 1 shot. and aim just center mass.
All right, so this guy who's missing a part of his arm is pulling out his pistol, and all of a sudden, Al, you hear, pew, and this guy gets shot in the chest, and he's like, and he starts slumping down in his seat. The old man starts to panic, and he starts trying to grab his partner's gun. What would you like to do in this response?
Well, hang on. I look at Al, and I look at him, and I after I shoot the guy, and I'm like, I kind of shrug my shoulders. And I'm like, I'm Caleb Walker. I'm here to rescue you.
I want to see him on the floor and just be like, I told you I was the mayor, bitch. And then, how far away are the other two guards in the car?
They're a good bit away as they're running towards the ship, running towards this action.
Okay, so I am going to go and take my shot at the old man who was trying to reach for the gun.
Okay. Roll your fight.
I will simply murder him.
Okay, so as you pull out your gun, this guy is trying to pull out his partner's pistol, but it's stuck on the belt loop, and you go and you shoot him with, I guess, Buster's pistol.
Buster's pistol, in memory of Buster.
And how do you shoot him?
He is trying to get the pistol out. He's struggling, and I'm still as the mayor, so I'm going to pull out with my good arm Buster's pistol, aim it right down, shoot him in the head, and then look at the other two guys and go, I am the motherfucking mayor!
And they start opening fire. You both give me flight checks, and I'll do their fight checks. And I'll give you a +2 to this. Oh my gosh, dude, what the hell?
I am the mayor!
+2 to flight, you said?
Yeah, I'll give you a +2 because you ducked and cover.
Still only a 4.
You guys are... So as you're behind these boxes now, these bullets are hitting really close as these guys are running, and they're taking cover too, and they're just shooting at these boxes, and now you're starting to hit.
Okay, Al's gonna get pissed. He's gonna transform back into Batman.
Okay. Wizard, you see the mayor's feathers drop one by one as they leave his hands, and then out of this nub pops a bat arm, and it starts ripping out of the skin as this bat person comes.
Now, are they gonna see this as well, the guards?
Yeah, the guards are gonna see that, and they are shooting at you. Roll your flight to their fight. My God, roll 20.
I'm Batman.
All right, and they are missing because they are terrified at this. I'll give Wizard your chance of action. Who would you like to shoot at now? So there's 2 guards behind the boxes, and then there's 2 on top of the...
Probably the ones that are up top.
Okay. Roll your fight to their flight.
There's enough space, Cloud. Don't worry about it, Batman.
Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah. So these guys are so focused on Batman that they don't even see you. And describe how you shoot this guy off the canopy, because you fucking wrecked him.
Well, since the bullets are real close, I actually hunker down my back to him, and I wait for everybody. So the bullets are really close; they're all coming by, and all of a sudden they stop for a second, and I just take that moment to spin up. As I'm standing up, I'm also spinning around so I can see, and my arm is tracing, and I just let off a fire. And with this is the left hand, so I'm tracing. I let off a fire, and I spin back down and go back behind the box. It's just spin and shoot, and then back down again.
So as you hit this guy, you hear the classic Stormtrooper, "Wow!" and he falls and he hits the ground, and now there's 3. Rusty, as you're running through the blaster fires, you are hearing the top latch trying to open but having trouble. As you are running down the hallway, and you're hearing blaster fire, and you're hearing a terrible transformation.
Okay. Yeah, I'll continue running towards the danger because I know I've got a guard behind me, and if they said that they found our ship, that's the way we got to go. But I'll in the comms, I'll just say what about Eva and the professor?
We'll deal with them after we get rid of these. And then I need to attack the 2 guards on the cranes.
Eva radios and goes, "We're doing great. I'm staying with the professor. He's saying good morning again. Good morning. 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 Good morning." And you're hearing that over and over again.
How are you feeling, Eva?
I'm doing great. I'm being wished a very good morning. I'm very happy.
All right, we'll catch up with you soon. It's like pew pew pew.
Roll me a flight, and I'll roll their fight.
Who?
You, because you are a giant bat person now, and they're
This is
very
true.
interested.
Am I doing
That
a
is
flight
true.
or a fight? Which one?
Flight.
Flight. Okay.
Okay, so one of the bullets grazes you, and it burns really bad. The other one is missing. Other one is missing rapidly as you are now over the boxes as this giant bat person. Wizard, you
So
know this is the bat person that's been terrorizing Armageddon for the past couple of days you've been in.
I look at Al and I say, "Can you stay in one form for at least 5 minutes? If you turn into me, I will shoot you through your skull."
It's great for research purposes.
Even hears this is like, this is normal. This is very normal. Oh, what do you want to do, Al?
So how many guards are left? 3?
3. There's one on top, 2 behind boxes, and they're shooting.
Okay. Who's closer?
The 2 guys behind boxes.
I want to go for the one up top because I got my flight, so I'll be able to fly up there to grab him by the shoulders and effectively throw him off the rafters.
All right, roll your fight to his flight.
Well, he's dead.
He is not.
Yes, he is because I have 3 adversity tokens. Boom.
Okay, so you just get past it, and you essentially, he's like shooting, and you misjudge it because you're not used to flying like this, and
Sure.
you kind of misjudge it, and you kind of swoop underneath and grab him from behind, and now you have him carrying, and he's like flipping out as your claws are going in.
So at this point, obviously, my goal is to try and fly over to the other 2 that are behind boxes and kind of just throw him so it at least kills him and distracts them, or like near them. So
Okay.
that's what Al's goal is right now. However, at this point, because Al misjudged his flight, he needs some motivation. He needs something to pump him up. He needs something to make him ready to fight. And that's when Nimblejits pulls out the Christmas music.
To be honest, this is a lot better than having to avoid a Christmas robot of death and a dance party of happiness.
No, the Christmas music is playing. Put that on the jar.
Roll
turn
your
it on,
fight
and I'll-
to this guy's flight, one of the guys on the bottom, to see if you hit him.
And I'll plug into the system, the ship system, and I'll start playing it through the speakers.
All right, so you throw this guy into one of the guards, and he like gets all jumbled as the other guy hits him, and they're freaking out. Nibblegets, you see that the guard is opened the hatch behind you, and he's trying to climb down as he's been drinking, so he's having a lot of trouble. And you see this bat thing throw a guard into another guard.
Can he tell it's me, or does he think it's the bat thing come back?
Yeah, I probably think it's the bat.
Unless he rolls a brain check.
Let's see wizard.
I mean, if you want to roll a brain track, 6.
I will, just to see if I notice wizard or if I notice some abnormality. No.
Come on.
So I'll just say I glance and I'm like, oh shit, and there's like a guard behind me and there's a bat creature that way. So I'm like, okay, I have to deal with this guard now. And
you don't see wizard
I guess-
at all.
Okay, so when this guard comes through, I think somebody else mentioned it earlier, maybe it was Cloud, they said just like kick him in the balls. So I'm gonna do that as this groggy dude comes through the hatch as he's like got the one leg, he's going over the hatch. I'm gonna like give him a swift kick.
Roll your fight.
Yo,
Roll this flight.
kick.
Let's see if you kick him in the nuts.
Dick kick silly baby.
Stomp him in the
FDW.
nuts.
shut up.
Stomp him in the
terrible fight.
nuts. Ah!
I have a 3. I'm gonna use a token because I need.
Yes.
I put a little bit of oomph into it, just so I can kick him.
He
Just 'cause
wants
I don't
to-
know how else to. I don't know how else
He
to
wants-
hurt him.
Can I help him? Can I help him and be like
Yeah,
supportive
yeah.
of the bat?
I'll
And I'll
use
be
a
like,
token.
Kick him in the
Use a
dick.
token. You hit him in the nuts. It doesn't distract him as much, but he's like, oh! And
Okay,
he's
good.
kind of like on the wall, and it gives you a chance to escape for a couple seconds.
Okay, or I'll find like I'll just like shove his head into the I'm just trying to like knock him out, and get
Roll
him
fight.
thrown
I'll
off
give you a
again.
+1 because you kicked him in the nuts.
Okay, I'll do one more. I'm just trying to get him away from me.
Okay, so your +1 allows you to succeed. You grab him and
Okay.
you shove his head into the thing, and he's like
Bonk.
dazed and confused, and he's on the ground, doesn't know where the fuck he is.
Okay, I'm like, oh my god, I can't believe I
Wizard,
just did
what
that.
are you doing as you see this bat chuck a dude, and you are hearing a kerfunkle behind you?
Beans in space.
Are the guards behind boxes, are they distracted by the bat?
Yeah,
and
they're
stuff?
distracted by the bat thing that threw.
Okay.
I threw
How
the
much
body at him.
roughly how much distance is there between our boxes that we're hiding behind?
About 20 yards.
Okay. So I want to. My plan is to holster my pistols, draw my laser blade, and then run over to where where the boxes are, and I want to actually try to stab. How big are the boxes? Are they like?
They're like cargo boxes where enough where like if you crouch you can hide behind and shoot, but these guys are standing up shooting because they're
Okay.
trying to get.
I was gonna try to like stab one through the box, but I don't know. I don't know if they're too big for that.
It's a
They're a little
laser.
bit
It can
thicker,
go through wood.
yeah.
That's what I want. I want to like run up to the box and like on the back side of the box, like slice through the box and him at the same time, kind of. That's my plan. Really.
If you want to slice them above the box and hide, you can.
No, I want to come down like through him and the box all together.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Sure, fuck it. Let's go.
Sure.
Let's see how
That's
good
the
your fight
plan.
is.
That's the plan.
I'll give you a. Actually, if you want to roll I'll give you a chance. If you roll a flight, and you pass 6, I'll give you a +2 to your combat roll. But if you fail, it's a -2.
Okay.
Doesn't he get a +2 for the laser blade?
I do also get +2 for the laser.
Oh yeah. So you want a +4, or you want to?
Yeah, we'll do +4. Sure, that's fine. So
All right.
flight
So
first.
6 flight to see if you sneak up behind him and chop him.
Well, that's pretty good.
Okay. So yeah, you fucking got it. And now roll a fight.
Oh, I didn't do +4. Sorry. So
Oh, it's fine.
It'd be a 9.
Okay, so yeah, why don't you describe how you cut this poor gentleman in half?
So I like kind of do the, I don't know if you guys are all COD viewers at all, but I do like the crouch slide and like slide into the box, and then as I pull like I guess the sword's on my back. As I pull the sword like out of its sheath on my back, I slice down through the cardboard box and through his body on the other side of it at the same time. And the box just like splits in half and like falls apart.
All right, let me roll
Like,
a
I guess
bridge
part of it,
check.
like,
Power move. Hell yeah, man.
So when that happens, the guy who is injured on the ground freaks out and starts crawling away, and the other dude just kind of like pushes that dude that you threw into it and just like bolts to the door. After he watches a bat person throw people and a dude gets sliced in half, he is bolting towards the door.
I mean, yeah.
Gets.
Oh, I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
Do you
Or,
want to you
he's-
just gotta let him
is
go?
he- It's a guard. I'm sorry. It was a guard.
Yeah, one of the guards just like pushed one of the guys that got thrown and is like running to the door, like panicking.
So I'm gonna look like I'm cowering, and then at the last second, I'm gonna hold my arm out for a clothesline.
Yes.
Roll
Just because like I'm
fight
stacking up
target
dudes
number
over here.
4. I'll give you a 4. Fight target number
no.
4.
I'm probably gonna have to use a token. Let's see. Oh,
No,
you got
yes!
all right.
So you
So it's just like,
clothesline him,
boom.
and
My God, it's the clothesline from hell.
he hits the ground, and he is like on the ground dazed as he did not expect his momentum to stop all of a sudden.
He hit like a metal android arm, so it was like,
Yeah.
Kong!
And he hits the ground. He's like, oh, and the other dude's like trying to crawl. The guy's like thrown to the exit. He's like, don't kill me! Don't kill me!
So Al's gonna swoop in as the bat to the guy crawling, and my goal here is just to impale the shit out of him with my claws. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Yeah.
roll my fight here.
And the whole
6.
time this is happening, I'm like, please be out, please be out, please be out, please.
Okay, so it's a
14.
14.
Okay, so,
So, I swoop in. He's on the floor. He's trying to crawl. He's saying, "Please don't kill me." I swoop in, my claws, whoosh, right into his back. Blood goes everywhere. The claws go through. You hear a, and then after he has been impaled and died, I will just simply let my form drop and turn back into a regular owl, and just be like, "Took you long enough to get here, Nimble."
I'll be like, I just kicked that dude in the nuts. And you just like clawed this dude and like.
Yeah,
You
so
need-
that dude's
it
on
was
the
like a horror
ground,
show
like
here.
screaming. The guard is like dazed, and you were hearing like music playing above the top.
Oh hell yeah!
I'll look at Nimble and I'll point at Alan and I'll say, "Does he always do that? Is this a normal day?"
I'm just shaking my head, like whatever he did, yes, whatever he did. That's pretty normal, yeah. Yep.
Oh man, well I've like fucked with my players' heads enough, so I decided this mission will just be a good old hoedown.
So far so good.
So yeah, so the ship is all connected, and Eva goes, "The band is waiting for you guys to come up on stage."
So, everyone's dead, right?
Dead or like on the ground, like fucked up, you know.
Okay. So I think at this point we should head towards our ship and try and get it out of the ground, and we'll let Eva know and be like, "Hey, get yourself out here. We have a present." And
Yeah.
Eva's gonna be like, "Oh, a present! Oh!"
What should I do? The doctor here says that Professor M is a little under the weather.
Let him stay under the weather.
Should I bring him?
Leave him.
Uh,
We have all his information. We don't need anything.
well, we
else.
have that medical transport. We'll just
Thing-
keep him on that.
Yeah, the thing is, he has the goo.
We can
though.
use it anyway.
The goo's dangerous right now.
We can quarantine him.
All right, we'll quarantine him. Fuck it.
Maybe.
All right. Well, I guess I'll tell the robot to come with me. Come on, robot. And you hear like meh, 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 meh,
Wait,
meh,
robot
meh.
or wait? I thought she was talking about the professor.
Well, there's a robot in the room apparently.
Oh, I thought. Okay.
Yeah, you gotta.
I thought
be
you were
able
talking
to
about the
tug
professor.
This. No, she's talking about the
Okay.
professor, but she needs some help tugging this dude to the thing, to the ship.
I see. Okay, and I'll say, yeah, we are prepared for the celebration. It's about to make away.
We have
Just kinda
cake,
like
Ava.
drop
We
hints.
have cake.
Give me a brains check 10 there, Nibble gets to see if you can get the ship up to get the cranes off of it and get it above ground.
Okay.
Oh, there's no way he doesn't. Yeah, get that token, boy.
Yeah, I'll use a token. I'll probably ask for help. I'll be like, can anybody help me with this thing? And I'll use a token.
I can
as
be in the
like,
co-
sort
I
of
can
find
be,
the controls.
I can be in the cockpit trying to get it started up. Like, so as he's trying to get everything unhooked, I'm trying to start the engine up. So can I use my flight to help?
All right, Wizard, what are you doing while he's running in the cockpit
Yeah, we'll
and
time
he's
it.
starting the engines?
I want to look what's. Well, I guess I want to see what's inside that crate that I busted open. See what's
Yeah,
in
I was
there.
curious about any other cargo, but
When you open up the crate, you see that there is a bunch of the food for like a greenhouse for this area, and you also see different ship parts to build said greenhouse, so it's for a sustainable life.
Okay. That's cool. I don't think I'm gonna grab any of it. I'll grab one of the chips.
Okay, so one of the chips that like manually, manually circles it like knows when to water, it knows when to
Yeah.
give sun. Okay, so you grab that kind
Automated.
of software.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I'll head to. I guess Nimble is down on the ground trying to.
Yeah, he's like at a
unhook her.
cockpit like typing.
I'll go over to him and
Yeah.
ask if there's anything that. Well, no. Okay, as character, I'll go over to him and like, do you even know what you're doing? Like, are you? What are we getting out of here or what?
yeah, and I'll mention that the ship has let me see. Sorry, we have turrets, and I've seen how you shoot. Maybe you can hop on the turrets while we pop out of here. We might need them if there's a celebration about to happen.
Yeah.
He's seen your shooting skills, so he's like, maybe you can help us out.
Yeah, I don't think any of you all know how to shoot, so sure. I'll head over to into the gun turrets then.
I'll be like, by all
I'll hear it.
means, please.
And I'll-
Well, you're in the
And I'll hear him
cockpit.
say,
No,
I'll
unless
hear
he
them.
puts it on the comms.
Oh yeah, we
Yeah.
were in the other cockpit, I guess, right?
so
Yeah.
I can listen on the comms though, so I can hear him say no one else can shoot.
I guess if
Al wants
That's fine.
over the comms. Al just wants to be like, "I'm Batman, motherfucker," as I'm trying to get this shit back up.
you hear in the
I'll be like,
comms, you hear
he's
Eva
Batman.
go, we're outside with the professor, but they keep trying to motion us towards the stage. What do I do?
They're trying to dance.
don't-
Ava just start
Don't
dancing.
go to the stage. The celebration is opposite the stage.
And
I was
as
like, we're coming to you.
as you're saying that,
Keep
the
your comms
opening
on.
is opening up. The like extensions that keeping the ship in place are like snapping off, and you see the engines basically roaring as this thing's lifting up. And you and Wizard are watching this as it starts to lift up. Are you roll me a flight check? 6.
Who all?
For both of us.
Yeah.
I got an 11, so I'm definitely flying this motherfucker out.
Nice. Get some help too.
Oh, Nimble, did you roll a flight?
Oh, I didn't. Let's see.
So Walker, you just run straight to the ship. You just hop over and you're in the room, and that's the same for you.
Yeah.
Like you are so fast that you immediately run to the turret, Walker, and you're ready with the turret gun. And Nimble, you're a little bit slower, but you're able to climb over it, and you get into the ship as it raises above the ground, and you see this celebration. There's a bunch of tables with booze and pies, and you see Eva standing there with a tiny little robot that's holding the stretcher, and Eva's like waving, and the mayor's next to him, and mayor like starts trying to whip out a gun, and all these people are like panicking as they're running around these tables.
We'll say,
You see
Wizard,
shit
there's the
going on.
mayor.
So I
We've
want to
got
try and.
guns.
So how can I get like close enough to Ava so she can jump on with the doctor?
In about an action, because you're still rising up above. So the mayor pulls out a gun and he's just like, "You guys ain't leaving Armageddon!"
Is this
Shields up.
is this shooting time?
Yeah, if you want to shoot.
Pew
I
pew,
mean-
baby. Pew pew.
All right, I'll pew pew.
Roll me a fight. We'll give it an 8.
Can my flight help in this situation because I'm driving this ship?
14.
Doesn't matter.
Okay, so explain how you basically obliterate the mayor.
So is this turret with like the double laser cannons?
Yeah, like the
or-
double laser cannons on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like
Um,
peeking out of the sand as you start coming up.
I'm assuming I nat 20 to my flight to get the into the cockpit of
Yeah.
of it. So I'm
You
like
turned
I'm like
everything on like nothing. Yeah.
yeah, I'm like zeroed in, and basically my character has like laser focus, and I can like see the bead of sweat like between his eyes. It's just like coming as I'm like ready to aim in on it, and I just fire right for that bead of sweat, and I just blow it right both shots go right through the middle of his head.
So
Wonderful.
you hit this guy, and you guys just see feathers explode. And Eva is freaking out, and she's like running with this robot as they run to the ship. And after the feathers blow up, everyone else, since you rolled so good on your shot and you just obliterated this guy, everyone else is just ducking for cover as Eva is running to the ship. And yeah, if you want to roll a flight check to stabilize, let's see how good you roll. See how easy it is for Eva to get in.
Oh,
1. Alright, so
Walker's
you
rolling.
start trying to take off, and guess what? Nibble didn't take all those straps off, so the ship is starting to beat, and it's starting to like wrestle into it. And Eva's having a hard time trying to get into it. Roll another flight check.
Is there like a cable
Um,
attached?
Yeah, there's like cables attached to it.
7.
Alright, so you're able to rip that cable off, but your ship sustains major damage. Put 2 heat onto your ship there. And
Okay.
as it slings around, you're able to put the transport in the ramp, and the ramp starts to open, and Eva's running onto the ship. and you start seeing gunfire that's coming from the end of town, like pew 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 pew, and it's like banging off your ship, pew pew, but it's all smart fire, so your ship's just rocking and rolling a little bit. And Eva gets on and roll me another flight check.
Jesus.
You are quite distracted by the shots, and your ship is already heated up, but you're able to take off, and you leave orbit looking at Armageddon as it starts shooting shots into the air.
Were there any pies left over before we left?
There were some that they were knocked over.
I
imagine we shot through a bunch.
I wanna zero in on an apple pie and shoot it because my character's actually allergic to apples.
Alright, so as it's getting shots, you start blasting, and Betty gets a heart attack, and she's like, "Oh, my purse!" And she, like, falls over and faints.
It's like apple pie filling all over her.
Yeah,
and it
it's
looks
like
brutal, but it's just, she had a
like-
heart attack.
Like, think of, what's that movie, Sin City, where everything's black and white, and there's, like, red? Like, there's a red just splats on her
Pie
face.
murder.
And I'm like,
No.
fuck you, Betty, trying to kill me with goddamn apple pies.
Someone shoot Betty.
And
You get the turrets.
as Eva's on the ship, she's like, "Well, there were some friendly people."
They're all dead now.
Eva, are you feeling any better at all? I'm like checking her vitals just because I'm trying to figure out if she's still all right or if she needs to be.
She's still a little
Dealt
drunk,
with.
but she's leaving.
okay.
She's like, "I'm gonna take this guy for a nap."
All right, so we've got the professor with us on the little mobile scanner. Is somebody asked, is the robot with it, or is that?
Yeah, it's like a
he,
little
like,
robot. And he's got
operating it?
like two little arms, and he's like, "Meh, meh, meh, meh,
Cool.
meh, meh,
All right.
meh, meh."
I sort of look over at Wizard and I'm like, well, we made it off the planet. kind of
Somebody had
question
to
mark.
save you.
Well, I'm so glad that we
Nice
were able to come
flying, by
together
the
as
way.
a team.
You're welcome.
I'm so glad we were able to come together as a team and have a great successful mission. And I'm like charting all the like inventory and all the things that we've gone through. I'm making a mission log.
I
The
look
new
at
people
Alan
we've
and
met.
say, does Nimble always talk like this?
Yeah, you get used to the science shit after a while.
Yeah, you essentially have a little Wally. That's what a little robot. Except it's got two legs and it kind of waddles.
Nice.
Do you explore the ship a little bit, Wizard?
Sure, as long as I know that we're safe, I'll walk around.
You
I would show you
see
around.
in the chamber where they bring Professor P. They put him in the restoration chamber, but next to it is that Commander Rose that you've heard so much about,
Oh, nice.
and she is just like kind of like how Luke was in The Empire Strikes Back, where she's like,
Sure. Oh, and like the bantha tank kind of
yeah,
thing. I
except
gotcha.
more laying down.
I'll look at Al and say, "You were lying to me the whole time. How do I even know you're gonna take me home? It's Rose. Look, I mean," and I'm kind of excited actually. I'm like, "Oh, it is Rose." I need best behavior, so I like kind of quiet down as I realize that it actually is somebody that I'm kind of awestruck by.
I will be like, so what had happened was.
And I'll be
never
like, all right,
said we-
viewing's over.
We never-
Autographs at the end of the session.
Yeah. Please keep your hands inside of the vehicle. We have to leave to go to Mars.
Yeah, so I'll ask Wizard. I'll be like, so Mars? Like, are we down with Mars? Like,
Well, I was
Yeah.
told it was a pit stop. I mean, I still need to get home, but
We'll take you home.
the only way home, I guess.
I was like, well, you're pretty damn good on that turret, and you may be able to have a chat with Rose if she, feels up to talking, yeah, or wakes up, or feels like talking. So yeah, we could go on an adventure together, or call it from here.
I mean, I still need to get home, but as long as we're making that way, I guess. I'm not real thrilled about it, but I'm just like, I can't walk out the air duct and just like go away. So I'm kind of stuck. Like, I guess. Yep.
All
I'm trying to
right.
think if that option has been used on our ship before. Not our ship, a ship that we were docked with. That has happened before. But yeah, that hasn't happened on our ship. So you can
And
be
Yeah.
99% sure that won't happen from our ship.
you guys hear a loud beeping coming from the comms. Beep, 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 beep.
Ooh, messages. Yeah, I'll go tune in and listen to the message come through.
You hear a lady, and you hear like a pop of the bubble gum, and she's like, "We tracked that Professor M's on your ship. Is that true?"
We will
May I
throw him.
ask who's calling?
New ship, who this?
New ship, who did? Well, can I speak to Professor M? The doctor in the back, he wants to know that he's okay.
Can I transform into Professor M and mimic his voice?
I guess roll me a charm check, 8.
Who's calling? We have a new line. I don't know if you're on the right channel. We
All
might
right,
be
so you see
disconnected.
his essentially, wizard. You see that this all of a sudden, it looks like as if a baby is being born is coming through as the face rips off, and it's Professor M just coming through as its skin is slowly shedding, and yeah,
Oh.
Professor M is standing next to you.
I kind of roll my eyes and I say, "Here we go again."
And I'm gonna answer the communication call and be like, I hear y'all are looking for me there, boy.
Oh, Professor M, you're such a joker.
Always, baby, always. What can I do for you?
Dr. Doofenberger, the doctor, he says he sees that you're coming to Mars.
Yeah, we'll be making our way there about morning time. You can tell him I say good morning.
Doctor, he says good morning. He never listens. He's talking to Mr. And you hear like papers flying. Mr. Jingles. Yeah, Mr. Jingles is visiting here.
Yeah. I remember that there boy there, Jingles, that there boy. I remember that boy Jingles. I'll be meeting him and Dr. Doofenshmirtz real soon.
All right, sweetie. I'll give you the coordinates.
Alright, sounds good now, Sugar Plum. Make sure you got me some of that chewy wasn't there now, dear.
Now, Professor M, you're acting a little crazy. Usually you're kind of a shy guy. I'm surprised that you found your confidence, but that's very good for you, Mr. Professor M. You're very confident now. You need to be a confident person. You know, that's how you get through life. You can't just be the shy little Professor M that you always are.
That boy, they see that boy, they said to me there, they said, the professor, you need to get more confidence. They said, I got that such a goo there, boy. And they said, oh my God, the professor, you got that goo. I said, yeah, I got that goo there, boy. I'll take some little bit of that goo, that goo. That goo out right there.
Now you can catch none of that, Professor M. Now you got too much confidence. You gotta turn that down a little bit. You can't be 1 or 11. You gotta be about a 9, Mr. Professor M. But anyway, Dr. Doofenberger, I'm sending you the coordinates to the lab. Don't share them with nobody because we can't be telling everybody, or they'll steal our ships and they'll go to all kinds of places like past Uranus and stuff like that.
Yeah, we know you can't go past that there Uranus.
Yeah, we don't want nobody taking our ships or nothing.
No, we don't want to be going there to that Throwdenham. We don't go to Uranus to Throwdenham right away. It just don't work.
All right, Dr.
Nibblejits
Doof
is
will be
kinda
waiting
jumped in.
for you. I'll tell Mr. Jingles that you're coming through. He wanted to ask, okay? You have a
Ah, there you
pleasant
tell that
time,
Jingles.
sweetie.
Tell that Jingles I said ring a ding ling ling.
I'll be like, all right, we're getting another call coming through. We're getting another call coming through. No, you hang up. No, you hang up. No, you hang up.
And she hangs up. Yeah.
I just look
I'm
at
like,
Nibblejits and be like,
please,
did I pull that shit off?
can we please reduce our communication with that individual? Because I don't know if I could take that anymore.
Boom, boom.
Kind of Marvel vibes. Yeah, it was very Marvel vibes. All right, guys, and yeah, you get a bunch of coordinates for a hidden base on Mars in the middle of nowhere.
Looks like
Awesome.
we're going to Mars. Boom,
Can
boom.
can I give an adversity token to someone? I want to give one to Wolf. That was great.
Yeah, you two will get a mercy token. That was great. You can keep yours. I'll give Wolf
Great
an
job,
extra one.
guys.
I
All
don't know
right,
if I
guys, that
sounded
is
subtle.
our sessions for Teen in Space, Hotel California in Space. You can check in, but you can never leave. Wizard, how was your time as a guest? I always like to start there. How was your guest
It
experience?
was good. I had a lot of fun. It was different. I've done, like I said, a little bit of sci-fi, but it was fun to play out some of those tropes. It's a very, very eclectic group, which is always good for role-playing aspects of things. But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a good time.
Will Walker make a reappearance on the show?
If you guys want him to whine up a little bit more and be all pain in everybody's butt, sure. I'd be down.
There's a lot. I feel like we were just sort of getting to know your character. Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah, there's definitely more hidden aspects there of that we need to
Yeah.
dive
I want to know,
into.
like, what's your deal, man? Like, what's your deal?
Nobody knows.
I'm
He's
not
just
gonna lie. I could not
he's just
spell
one little
whiny.
bitch.
I couldn't spell whiny, so I put Winnie at first, and I was like, no, he's not fucking Winnie the Pooh. He's whiny.
He's just a whiny little bitch.
Dyslexia, you win again.
So what'd y'all think of this episode? Y'all like the kind of Western firefight, or
That and like just having someone sort of hold us against our will. I was like, no, we can't let that happen. But how do you sort of either
Get out of it,
diplomacy
yeah.
your way out of it, which we couldn't, so then blast your way out of it, which we were able to. So yeah, it's fun.
really love the pie idea Wizard has, and I thought you were gonna go with the pie idea, and I was like, oh my god, all these people having massive heart attacks.
I wanted to drug everybody. I don't know. Maybe that says something about my character.
I mean, the idea was there, but then my thought
Yeah.
process was like, that means we have to handle this goo, and we might not have enough of it, and it's just a whole thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to see that play out. Maybe we come back and I don't know. We see what happens, but
Well, the mayor's
I definitely
dead.
wanted to see that happen. If we could have.
Yeah, I
had the
mean,
time to play it out.
Armageddon is gonna change a whole lot because you shot the mayor and blew him up.
Pretty sure we're wanted in Armageddon now.
So I don't know if you can give away anything, but was he like possessed, or he was just like, "This is just how I am. This is the way
Well,
things are."
if you
Like,
kind of noticed the subtle hints last session, he doesn't want anybody to leave Armageddon because he wants to only send good reports. So no one wants to go to Armageddon. As you can see, they're all
Okay.
just like rough veterans that are essentially homeless, but he gives them booze.
and if they leave, they would give a bad report, and he didn't want that getting out.
So he wants
I see.
Armageddon to be like this oasis, but it's a shithole. So he doesn't let anybody leave, and he basically takes
Right.
people's ships and builds houses.
I mean,
Jerk.
that makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, and like I'm not cool with that happening to other people. Like I want to figure out how we can get back there and maybe.
Well,
I
we
don't know,
did instead.
Stop.
Well, yeah, I
exactly.
mean-
But I wonder if it stops with him or. Yeah, we'll
Yeah,
see.
it'd probably depend on who took over afterwards, right?
Oh, Betty!
I mean,
Oh, is Betty gonna be mayor now? Plot twist.
maybe.
Mayor Betty, last name White.
I'm not gonna lie, Miss Betty is like the hoe of the town.
Maybe that's why she wanted our ship. She was like, "It's got my name on it."
Wizard was good enough that no one could think he was a guest. Probably most people would think he was was
Aw,
a
that's
casual. Yes, no, it was really
Nice.
great, man. You were really awesome.
Yeah, that was a lot of
Definitely
fun.
have you a guest on again.
Sure.
Hell yeah.
Let me know.
Yeah, we'll do some more spaghetti westerns. It's just hard because Wolf's Morphin is so scary and crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm glad y'all got a
And
little
if we
bit
don't
of
know
the
about
goo.
it-
Yeah, I'm glad y'all got a
Yeah.
little
If
bit
we
of
don't
the
know,
goo.
I get throw us off.
No taste.
Yeah, I
of
didn't
it.
know how sort of volatile it was, and we really hadn't encountered it. It's been packaged and in cargo, like contained. So that was probably our first encounter with it. How that we got on us and we felt the effects of it from it.
Yeah.
And so that's what was in the pie, right? That's what they were putting in it, or
No,
we don't
that
know
was that was the goo y'all transported
Okay.
until
That was the stuff I
Jingle
reached from
stole
his
it.
pocket. Yeah. Till
Yeah.
Jingle stole it, yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting.
And y'all are about
That's
to meet
true.
Dr. Doofenberger.
I'm Professor M. Batman Kaiju.
And yes, our next guest is Dr. Doof. As you may have not noticed from the character name of Dr. Doofenberger. And you might learn a little bit what's going on, the overarching story, and this terrors that is of test subject 272.
Yeah, now your features will have to have the guest and whatever Al creature turns into. It's like
Whatever
our
I
guest
decide to
and a
be that
bat
day.
creature. Yeah, we'll see.
So, Wizard, any advice to our next guests?
Listen and go along with the story. It's sort of like the whole improv thing. Just say yes, right? Just kind of go along with what it is. But be prepared for the anything. I guess is another big piece of advice, because you definitely get some very different actions and reactions from playgroup that is science. It's like you have sci-fi, you have western, you have like all kinds of other tropes, so anything is possible, so just got to keep an open mind, right?
As space.
Yeah, and we can't really help prepare you for Wolf.
You can't. My mind goes into places that gnomes would never think of.
I mean, I didn't give much information to Wizard. I was like, all right, you're trying to get off the planet, and you know people don't.
That's probably the best way to go. Be like, okay, this is the base of your character. Just roll with the punches, because we will have kaiju fights and we will have bats ripping people's heads off, and we'll kick people in the dick. That's just how we roll.
I mean, some people want to have more information, but I'm fine with like, here's the setting, go, and then like it works well, because I as a player, I'm somebody who does want to interact with the group, but also progress the group as well. But if you can do that in an ad lib sort of way, that makes it a lot of fun.
Yeah,
I think
no, you were perfect.
Especially because, like, with us, like, the first hour was basically us just walking around the town talking to Belly and shit.
Yeah.
So like Gnomes,
Discovering things
every
and
single
getting to know you.
episode, Gnomes just like, it takes us about an hour and a half to actually get the story where I want it to go. So every time he tells a guest, hey, this is the story, we're like, nah, it's gonna be like 2 hours before you get to that road.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was also rough for Wizard because I was on vacation for a week, so it was like I was like all over the place. So thank you for stepping in. I really appreciate you. And when are you streaming tomorrow? What time?
6 between 5. I'll start between 5 and 6 p.m. Central. We actually have, so every week I run a player draft, and tomorrow night is that player draft. We call it the Wizard Cup. So I'm doing our 10th version of it, so 10 weeks in a row we've done it. And I'll do Magic the Gathering before that, and then we'll do our draft player event after, a little bit later. So doing Magic the Gathering tomorrow for a good 3 or 4 to 5 hours or so.
Awesome. And like I said, he streams every day. Can you put your link in the chat so that way we can it's 3-8.
Are you on Twitter? If so, pop that in there too. I'll add you.
Yeah.
Okay.
And definitely check out his stream. His stream is really awesome. He's really good too. If you are new to Magic, he's very patient at explaining things. Even as a veteran of me, I like watching his channel because I can see his thought process. It's very good. So make sure that you check out Wizard. Go give him a follow and check out all of his stuff. Very good streamer. Very does not have his mic muted for the first 5 minutes of the broadcast.
I make just as many mistakes as any other streamer, but
No, not as many as Gnomes.
Not as many as me. It's it's not a stream unless I bunker something. Unless I OB something.
It's not a Teens in Space stream unless Gnomes has muted something or someone.
All right, yes, and thank you guys again for being part of the Gnomes Tavern. This video will show up on YouTube on Wednesday, and we are going to see if we are going to have our other RPG, the Mercenary one. We're gonna see if we're gonna continue that. I have to see how crazy life is between Nye and myself to see if we're gonna have it, but we're definitely going to continue that one because that one was a lot of fun. And we're going to continue that one. But yeah, let me know. And
fun.
You can also join the Discord if you would like to make your own NPCs, because I am terrible at making NPCs, hence a old lady making pie. Name is Betty. So join the Discord, talking to teens in space. Put your memes on there. A lot of really fun stuff going on. And don't forget that our stream is sponsored by Go For Games. Go For Games is a perfect spot to go to get all of your stuff. They're about to open 24-hour play with a small time membership fee for like $5. You can play 24 hours. I think it's $15 to $5 is the earlier stuff, and you can pay 24 hours. 24 hours.
Good point.
That's
Will
pretty
Wolf
awesome.
Kill Intern
And
C
did you
on
say-
Wednesday.
What's
Yeah,
that?
and they have like miniature paints, right?
Yeah, they have miniature paints. They have a lot of magic. They have a lot of RPG books. They have a lot of
Cool.
miniatures. And yeah, they have a premium subscription that's like $35 a month, and you get a $10 coupon every month to buy one of their products. So it's really like $25 and then $10 off something. And you get unlimited water, which I don't know about you guys, but I drink a lot of water because I drink a lot of booze.
Hydrate.
Yeah. And thank you guys again. And don't forget that to always tip your bartenders. And this is Teens in Space. See you guys.
Thanks, Wizard.
You're welcome.